He is very famous.
Don't even do that.
Patrice.
I try to get.
Heard a lot about you guys.
Yeah. Why don't you take a seat, Patrice? Great to have you on the show finally.
What?
Oh yeah, sit right there.
Sit
That's fine.
Good to meet you.
When he was gone
good to meet you.
When he was gone for 2 weeks, I wanted you on the show, and they're saying you're in LA getting famous. Did you get famous?
No.
Not really.
Give me a chance to settle in and meet you guys.
So no, because he's gonna spin this.
You guys are legends, man.
He knows he got a lot of phone calls about coming in while you were on that cruise.
I hope.
I didn't get Patrice once in those 2 weeks.
Yeah, I was trying to
get famous in L.A.
I had a lot of time to go do that.
Yeah,
because I didn't,
No.
I usually do radio around from here and there. So
no.
Now, how does this work?
Travis,
look, he's all out of place and nervous.
The last time we talked to Patrice, he just did his special, which was a great special.
Yeah.
And then he was hoping to get famous from that. And then we tried calling him when you were out, Ant, doing your cruise thing, and he was in L.A. being famous. That's what I heard.
Some people are trying to help me be famous, but I think I have a long-standing. It's just a trail of. There's like one or two really good businesses that's trying to help.
Yeah,
but I think they have meetings with people that go, "Did you know?" And then,
no.
I've done too many corporate mistakes.
They go down that road and take that bridge right there, and then you go to the bridge, and it's like, I remember burning this one.
Gone.
And I'm starting
to burning that.
I got to, I'm starting to watch things that make you just I want some things.
Yeah.
And I've been watching HD theater, and they just show cars and cars and cars and cars.
Oh.
And I want a couple of cars.
Yeah.
And I didn't want a couple of cars, but now I do. I want to, I'm just learning about these fucking cars.
What kind of cars?
It's just interesting. A 72 Stingray is worth $1 million, but a 72 Stingray built in October is worth $2. And you go, wow, that shit is beautiful. HD theater is beautiful, man. Wheeler and dealer. I'm sitting there and I want some stuff. You know what I'm saying?
That's pretty sharp.
But it's just like these cars. But it's all this shit. These it's just I want cars. Now,
now you're,
but I can't afford it. I'm not gonna, But I will give this. I'll announce it one of these days if it works out. But
you might have something
in the pipe.
Yeah, but
you never know though, right?
You just can't even.
Oh, you don't know.
Did you trim down while you were getting famous?
Yeah, this diabetes is starting to take its toll.
No, it's not a good thing that you're trimming down.
No, I'm saying I have to eat.
You look trim.
I just stopped eating shit.
Yeah.
Did you lose some lbs?
Yeah, just because you stop eating shit, and then
you look different.
But your body, I read about it. Boy, diabetes is hilariously brutal.
Oh shit!
But it's just it doesn't get the shock factor as AIDS and cancer. It's like diabetes. Good, really.
Because people they can control it and live with it, but it's like a pain in the ass.
It's a motherfucker. You got to have a lot of discipline.
You can't even shit right. It's like the sugar takes your body. Sugar's poison. It's tasty though.
It is tasty.
It makes no sense to have some so tasty.
Processed sugar's poison, and regular sugar's poison.
Wow.
So if your body doesn't regulate sugar correctly and get it out your system, it starts to do bad things, man.
God damn.
You got some shit going numb yet?
Not my feet. My right thumb is weird.
Oh.
I can't find the button on the iPhone if I'm
really?
Turning the iPhone a little bit, but it's not. It hasn't ravaged. I still see pretty good. I can. But it will.
Oh.
And you're not gonna catch me one of these motherfuckers that's like brave about it. I'm just gonna disappear.
Brave.
Like an elephant.
As soon as I know, I'm gonna just write my girl a will and tell her to divvy what I got up. Which is
go to the elephant graveyard.
Just walk off somewhere.
You think I'm going to sit around and be brave about it and be uncomfortable? While George Carlin's face blew up, looked like a
he wasn't
like a salamander. No, but he whatever was wrong with him,
his heart was going.
Yeah, right, and then when your heart
it wasn't pumping as well, so you get a lot of water in you.
Your feet swell up, your head swells up.
What is it called? Edema, maybe.
So.
You can't pump the fluids as well.
So where do you go?
And then fucking if I jerk off twice a week, you know, I got to fucking plan to fuck my girl because if I jerk off twice,
it's weird.
That's it for the end of the day.
Really?
Fucking is done.
It's weird you're saying all this because you look really healthy.
Well, you know.
You trimmed down,
It's
man.
called rock bottom. It's called like if I was a drug addict, I'm like, you know, all my veins are shut down and I have to fucking no more vein.
Bottom.
I'm shooting a vein in my fucking taint. I'm shooting a needle in the vein in my taint, and I'm like, I gotta stop this shit.
The only fucking vein left.
He hit his diabetes bottom.
Yeah, getting up to piss 75 times a night. It just fucking wears you down. When you're young, you just, you know.
Oh, wow.
And that'll never go away.
Yeah.
Did you really tweet this after the Celtics lost last night?
What's that?
Well, it's with the A at the end, so I'll deal with this. Well, Danny Ainge will be sending a few folks to the nigga glue factory, and maybe Ray Allen will get to stud.
Yep. That's it.
Sam, hold on.
It's done.
Yeah, where
Stay close.
Sam's trying to slip out.
Fucking Celtics looked awful in that overtime, man.
They're 50 years old, man.
But they played the Heat pretty tough the whole game.
But they're not pussies. They just old.
They're old, so they ran out of steam.
Man, it's not everybody's Bernard Hopkins. The motherfuckers is. Shaq is fat. Shaq is a 7'2" fat man.
Fat man.
And he used to be Diesel, right? They used to call him Diesel, right?
When he was young, boy, he teared his whole building down with his fucking one blow.
But now he does look like a fat man.
He's just a fat man. Face swollen, still trying to be funny. Mustache.
Shit.
And I'm going to tell you when you start getting old, when your mustache gets irrelevant. When you don't know how to fucking trim your mustache in a young, relevant way, get the fuck out of town. Go fuck yourself with your mustache growing inside your mouth. You don't even give a fuck no more.
Inside your mouth.
You got old man mustache, Shaq's mustache. You got a Fu Manchu. Fucking fat fucker. Like, but he's just not. He just needs to go.
Fuck it, I'm getting scared the Heat might win this thing. I don't
No,
want.
the Heat is gonna win.
I don't want
the whole
I don't want to
thing.
see that.
Yeah.
Man.
It's gonna happen.
You're saying that.
It's just LeBron is the greatest role player ever. If you're into basketball at all, you know you got Jordan Pippen. He's 10 times better than Pippen. Mm-hmm. But
Wade's not Jordan, though.
Wade is the Jordan of them.
I understand that, but he's not Jordan.
No, he's not
He's
Jordan.
almost Jordan.
But that's what I'm saying.
And LeBron is way better than Pippen.
And LeBron physically is way better than Jordan. But he just ain't got the fucking mind.
Heart.
Yeah. So he's like, go sick him, LeBron, and let Dwayne shoot at the end. You know what I'm saying? They can't beat them. They just can't. And even Chris Bosh, as fruity as he is, and not, he's just a fruity guy.
He's so uncomfortable to look at.
Because he's fruity, and you know you can't get sued saying, oh, he's gay, but he's just a fruity guy, and he's very
flamboyant.
A flamboyant guy, and I'm not saying he's gay because you don't have to be, but the guy is. But he's even better than any other Celtics secondary people. Right. He's a first guy, and at the end of the day, they're just too old to fuck with Miami Heat, and their role players. Miami's role players are just as good as anybody else's role players in the whole league. And
they just scrambled to get those guys to start the season.
But look, man, to be fair to Boston, or to be fair to the Black Celtics, the Celtics sucked for a long time. This is my beef with Boston sports fans. We stunk in a lot of things for a lot of years. And even the Bruins fans don't get uppity. Just enjoy what you have. We had a good 3.5 year run when they drafted. I mean, they put these old men together for the Celtics. They still play at a high level, but they're fucking in their 30s. And when you're a sports player, there is no midlife crisis. Midlife crisis is 32.
Wow. Shit.
Kobe can't even beat it. Kobe's old. Everybody's old.
Yeah, Lakers got swept. Did you see that coming?
Did I see? No.
Of course not. Dallas is a good team, though.
But Pau Gasol's fruity too. And
Lamar Odoms,
we find out
pussy whipped.
That's what happens. And Pau, and you're not talking wrong. Pau is mad at Kobe. People don't want to say. People got to speculate, but he's mad at Kobe because Kobe's wife convinced his fiance to leave him.
What?
And he hates Kobe now.
Oh, shit. That's
what happened to him.
Why would the wives get involved with that shit?
Kobe's fucking wife. And
is this real?
Yes, and Powell is fruity because one day the whole league turned against Powell and said he's soft, right?
Right.
And Powell went, he didn't go, fuck them. His response was, he put his head to the side on his own shoulder and kind of went, they're just jealous and I don't pay no attention. Like, you undude. Like, you fucking, and his brother's an animal.
Yeah.
His baby brother is another fatty, but he's 7 feet tall fat man but he's 21 or some goofy shit like that. So he's like a Spanish Shaq, but Powell got angry about this girl, and then Lamar's on a show where his wife is telling him who his friends are, right, and how much money to spend.
And she looks at his career like it's kind of a cute thing he does. Isn't that weird?
Well,
he's on the fucking Lakers.
She's an elitist, and he's a fucking nigger.
Yeah.
She's a nigger.
But man, you got.
She's for money.
I've seen some clips, and she's like, "Oh yeah, you're going to practice." It's like
really?
a cute little thing he does.
And he's
playing for the Los Angeles Lakers.
And he lost his swagger.
He sure.
That's what happens. You listen to a bitch for any reason. That's probably why my toes are hurting. Because even my girl tell me to take my medicine. I'm like, bitch, mind your business. I'd rather fucking have my swagger and no feet than fucking you infiltrating and telling me what's good and what's not. Now I gotta listen to you fucking give me advice.
A footless swagger.
When the fuck did this reverse? When did rank and file fucking reverse?
Your Celtics are done, bro. Though.
Yeah, no, they're done. They're fucking done, and I don't have.
I didn't know that Kobe shit either. Some good inside crap.
Yeah, man, Powell. But I mean, of course, it's speculation because no one ever tells the fucking goddamn.
Well, the LeBron
truth.
James mom thing is still speculation, right? That never officially came out.
That never was
Dante.
official. But you see her behavior in Miami. She's smacking people in the face. She's, and it probably wasn't. And the reason why they're not hitting Delonte West in his face in his game and knocking him, it's because it's probably his mom's fault. Like, she's aggressive. Mm-hmm. She probably like, baby, come here. And he's like, Miss James, like, there's two sides to every story. Like, would you think a motherfucker's that crazy to go, psst, come here?
Yeah.
Whatever her first name is, Roletta. I don't know his first, but,
Roletta.
Hey, Miss James, come here. Let me talk to you for a minute. Let me fuck you real quick. Like, that, you can see her going, because she smacked the guy in the face and go, do you know who the fuck I am? Mm-hmm. So, if you got a fucking, some dude's like, he's walking around. She's like, I like, and I guess she's fucking my age. She's in her 40s or some shit.
I don't think my mama minded much what he was doing to her. Like Sling Blade. She fucking walks in. The guy's banging his mom and he kills them both.
She might have been aggressive, man.
She didn't mind what he was doing to her.
She can't be more than early 40s.
No, she's very young.
And she has nothing better to do.
And she's walking around like, and she looks exactly like him.
Oh, yeah,
so it's like, you know who I am? And it's like, she's smacking people in the face and da-da-da. So, I mean, I can see, and he looks like, she's from Cleveland. And that's where Bone Thugs and Harmony's from. Yeah. And she probably grew up listening to Bone Thugs and Harmony. And Delonte West looks like one of the Bone Thugs and Harmony motherfuckers, the Thuggish Ruckish Bone guys with the fucking light skinned face and
Bone Thugs and Harmony.
And he looks like the guy. Delonte West looks like the guy all the way to the left.
Really?
Except for he got red hair and a bunch of tattoos. So she probably thought he was cute as a motherfucker, sexy. She's like, come here.
Why would he do that?
Hiding behind the popcorn. Psst, come here.
Why the fuck did he do that?
It could have been jealousy. It could have been the fact that he's a dude. It's hard to turn down pussy.
LeBron's mom?
If you get her pregnant, man, can you imagine the fucking loins? He has a little kid from...
That's what I'm hitting at. Maybe you want to take a shot at the lottery. That she could pump out one more. One more LeBron.
And he gets super mad with that shit.
And he goes, fuck this. I don't need to do this basketball thing. I'll let my little fucking son do it.
I'm telling you, man.
Maybe.
But see, the difference between him and fucking Pau Gasol is LeBron still is dropping 40, and it don't matter. You know what I'm saying?
I'm getting scared. Dallas is pretty strong. I just don't want to see the Heat win this fucking thing.
They're gonna win. They are going to win the whole fucking thing.
They're peaking at the right time,
They're
right?
gonna win. I mean, they're just gonna.
Hey, Sam came in here because we had Larry King on yesterday, Patrice.
On this show.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I got to be honest with you. It was really cool shit.
Did y'all fucking dig into him, or you let him be an old man and just fade away?
He held his own. He killed. He was hilarious.
He got in there
great
and told some stories.
I'm sure you had the Larry King guys. Everybody.
We didn't do the Larry King. It was hard because it was hard to get in at times because he was telling stories and all that.
But
Good stories too.
He had stories about Lenny Bruce, Jackie Gleason on the Jackie Gleason party train. He had a Jimmy Hoffa story when Jimmy Hoffa was alive.
That he remembered?
Yeah,
Fuck
I know.
yeah.
Right?
Who else? Don Rickles. He was telling us about Frank Sinatra.
What was the best story?
What was the best story?
What was the pop story? What was the wow factor?
I don't know. I think the wow factor was asking him about that goddamn where were the groceries after the rape story he told.
Remember that clip?
What did he say?
You remember the clip where the girl got abducted and raped horribly?
In the car.
But she was abducted coming out of a grocery store, so there were groceries in the car, and
She
Larry
tells
goes,
the horrid
what happened
story.
to the food?
She tells the horrid story of being raped, but
You
in the
remember this
middle
clip,
of it,
right?
in the middle of it, she says
We
like,
played it for him.
So I had the groceries in the front seat, and he came in and he started grabbing me and he handcuffed me to the steering wheel and sexually abused me. And the first question he's like, "What happened to the food?"
What did he say?
Let's play it. Fuck it.
Okay,
You're here for a while.
What did he say after he?
Here's the whole
to
thing.
you guys.
Yeah.
No, we got the
Okay,
clip from
good,
yesterday.
good,
I think the whole thing is 4 minutes. It's worth listening to.
Okay.
From yesterday, Larry King. He was just great, and here we go.
I have to ask you something that I've been toiling over since I heard it.
Toil.
This was something where you said something during an interview where I couldn't fathom this. It was a woman. She was talking about a horrific rape that had happened, and it was in her car, I believe. And she had gone shopping, grocery shopping, and she describes this horrible situation of this sexual assault. And you actually asked, your first question to her was, what did you do with the groceries? Do you remember that one?
No, but it would have been something I'd ask.
Yeah,
what happened
I
to
was,
the groceries?
I was like,
but
that
would be
is probably the most inappropriate thing you could have asked at the moment.
She was taken back by
I would love to know your mindset behind something
I
like
have
that.
no memory of that. I swear to God.
Do you have the clip?
I'm trying to find it.
Yeah, because I would love to
My
play
only
that.
guess, if you have, I hope you have the clip because then I could have an explanation.
Put it in context, right.
Put it in context. Now maybe.
Oh, why can't I find it? Okay.
Yeah, pop that in. Track 18. This was the.
Well, I got the long version. So.
Okay, that's good. That'll put it in context.
It was about a minute.
It's got to cue up.
As I came out of the grocery store and got my car, Philip knocked on my window and said, I can't seem to get my car to start. It's cold. Do you think you could give me a ride? Which way are you going? And, of course, he was going to go any which way I was going. And so I did.
Why did you let him in the car?
I don't know. It was the worst decision I've ever made, I think. It truly was.
What happened when he got in?
When he got in, I filled his hands with a lot of food that they had in the front seat anyway. I tried to engage him in...
He was holding your food?
He was. I tried to engage him in small conversation on the trip. I tried to stay on the main street, and when I got ready to turn, he said, well, where I'm staying is right up the road here. So I took him a little further up, and then just turned around the corner and pulled over, and he slammed my head into the steering wheel and pulled out handcuffs. He took my keys out, threw them on the floor, and pulled out handcuffs and handcuffed me and said, I just want a piece of ass. If you be good, you won't get hurt.
What did he do with the food?
He put her on the floor, I
That
guess.
was a very...
I don't know.
Hold on, stop right there.
Okay.
Now, you see you guys taking out of context.
Now I would
You took it totally out of context.
I finally get an answer, though. This is
Wait a minute,
fantastic.
hold it. Of
We've been
course.
obsessed with this
Wait a
one,
minute.
Larry.
Obsessed.
Obsessed. We've played that clip a lot.
You played a lot?
Yes.
That was great questioning.
Okay.
I got her in the car.
Finally. Yeah.
Why did she let the guy in the car?
Okay.
I
Great
got her
question.
driving, right? Now
Yeah.
I got her driving. Now, she said there was food in the car.
Yeah.
The guy, by the way, I'm trying to remember this case because it was
1976. It was
No.
Philip Garrido.
Yeah. Garrido
Garrido.
was later charged with harboring he hit a woman for years. He's still alive somewhere. The Garrido case,
Right.
okay? He denied it. His lawyer was denying it. So part of a good police investigation would be, you said there was food in the front of the car. right? He's knocking you out of the car. He's taking you out of the car. What happened to the food? Did he knock the food over? Was the food found at the scene? One of my great moments.
All right, investigative
That's
reporting.
a whole series. You're taking it out of... See, you ask it as just as if a woman said I was raped. What happened to the food? That's not what happened. So you guys are playing...
Is he turning this on us?
I think he is.
Can't happen.
So what
Finally
you did
turned
there,
it on us.
what you did, you've been playing that for a long
while,
time?
For a while.
That was terrible radio.
Well, now at least we know you were, because she seemed like a sympathetic kind of character at the time, but you were actually trying to trip her up, it seemed.
I didn't try to make her unsympathetic.
We felt
I'm
like
trying
you were
to get
obsessed with the food.
I wasn't obsessed. I'm trying to get the whole story.
Yeah.
How did the guy get in? He's knocked her out.
Right.
She's driven to a place. He got her around the corner. He's got the food. Remember, where is the food?
Where's the
front
food?
seat?
Right.
Said back seat. I never asked the question.
Right.
Okay.
He's got to knock her out. He's got to bang her head against the door.
Right.
Get her out of the car. Right. What happened to the food?
She was knocked out. She don't know.
I'm a detective. I'm in.
And we're back live.
Now,
Patrice
Patrice,
is shocked.
what's your take on that?
Dude, I learned a great word in my life called sophistry.
Yeah.
And it's senseless sense. It's basically something that is horseshit, but it makes sense. You know he's full of shit, but when he said, "Where's the food?" it was as dumb as it was, but
yes,
you go, I get it, but still, who gives a fuck?
Right.
This is where y'all fucked up. Okay, let's make sense out of that question. But where's the food? What difference did it make, Larry? What was the next level of the investigation? If you was the detective and asked where the food was, what the fuck would that mean?
I think he's trying to trip her up, saying because his lawyer and himself was saying that the guy was innocent. He's trying to trip her up, all right, well, he did all this, so what happened to the food then?
He moved the food.
Exactly. The food was probably all over the floor of the car.
He fucked me on top of the pudding.
Right. Yeah, yes.
As I was sucking his dick by force, he was hitting me in the back of the head with a fresh loaf of bread.
And I think anyone would assume that.
He was matching a grapefruit in my face and going, man, suck my dick, bitch.
My bananas ended up on his heel.
And I think anyone would assume that.
Away. Right. He slid. He was eating potato chips as he was raped. What is
the
his...
The question hadn't had to have been asked because everyone assumed
that was
the food just
horseshit.
went all over the place.
Because he's not a detective, he's an interviewer.
No. And he fucking had no reason to say that except for he's an old man.
You know what?
Who he was probably interviewing with his chin in his hand, and he just was like...
dozing off.
Thinking about the food.
And the last thing he heard was the food, so it's like, what happened to the food? Where'd it go?
But he's been around long enough that he spun it right back at us.
It was genius. Now you understand how people who can think a guy is so inept could be on the air for 80 years and basically without incident.
Right.
And have kids at 80. And fucking, he goes, well, and you go, wait a minte, wait. Give me 2 seconds to tell you full of shit.
He was great. He went with everything yesterday.
Talked about how he was married. I asked him about being married 8 times, and he said he'd probably in his whole life only been in love maybe 3 times, and that when he was married, there were times where he was going into his wedding and just knew this was horse shit and wasn't going to work. And
he sounded sharp and funny though, man.
He was extremely sharp. Not the guy we got to know at the end of his career on CNN.
What's that picture of him being arrested? What happened there?
That's a classic. That's been around.
That's from, I guess, 1971.
Mm-hmm. What was he arrested for?
I don't know.
Yeah. The other thing,
stealing food from a rape victim.
And the other thing, so Sam asked him in the 10 o'clock hour or right after the appearance about the skateboard dude.
Right. That was our second biggest horseshit question.
Oh, we don't have the original.
The one I remember that was weird to me was the Sharon Tate thing.
Oh man, the Sharon Tate one.
That one got to me. That one was like, wow, that was
a man that so brutally murdered your sister. It's like, well, he never murdered my sister. What are you talking about? Oh, what I meant, and then his explanation of what he meant was such horseshit.
But he's Teflon. Some people are amazingly.
Yeah.
I would say Bill O'Reilly's one of those people too. You just can't.
You can't
get them.
Get anything on them.
You just can't get them.
Yeah.
You want to get them, but you can't.
Mm-hmm. And I think Larry has put a lot more into being able to come up with excuses for what he does than what he does.
and he comes off too like this guy you don't want to like bother.
Yeah.
You know, this Dan Rather kind of fatherly.
Yeah. Why are you going to do that?
And he's probably sitting there. He's probably very happy because Pierce, what's his name, is tanking.
Yeah.
Ratings aren't good for Piers.
No.
Not good, yeah.
They're not good.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I think he's too English.
Yeah, people don't want to hear that shit.
They don't want to hear
Stick
English
to
shit.
telling people they can't sing.
You ever watch CNN or MSNBC or any of these news stations when they go to the, like, British fucking bureau for, like, an hour? It's like news from England.
Yeah, I don't know why
and
they
do
just
that. And it's like...
It's all about America.
And the subways are looked after. There's a man down there with a machine gun. He's making sure nothing happens. And you're like, well, I can't listen to this guy's cadence is pissing me off.
We're just trying
so
to...
him doing that interview show is like...
Yeah, it's just...
it's all right. It's
some limey.
I watched it a couple of times.
It's just all right.
Yeah.
It's just there.
You know, I think Larry had a factor.
Yeah.
And it's great to see a guy who used to tell people they ain't shit.
Yeah.
Be not shit, himself. And just to say, oh, shit, my talent was just telling people that they weren't talented.
Right.
Or was. Now he's in the shine, and it's just tanking because people are like, and I don't think, but who knows? Because I think, America, and this is why I'm quitting, comedy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm on the way out.
Done?
It's the fact... I watched the Bin Laden. Of course, we all seen the thing.
Yeah.
And there's the conspiracy, what they call conspiracy nuts, and then there's whatever. And the thing that gets me is that when there is one little question that makes you go, what? That we don't galvanize and say, no, you're not allowed to say anything else till we cover this. Give me a straight answer. Answer, because flushing Bin Laden down the ocean like he's cocaine from the Goodfellas.
You don't feel that was it reeks of cover-up.
It doesn't prove anything. Somebody like Hannity to make me sound like a complete idiot if I went on the show and went, he flushed him down in the fucking ocean. It's just you go, there's nothing that just makes you. Makes you go, what?
Does it just reek of cover-up of something?
But it does.
Yeah.
But can we focus one day on one issue that bothers us as a country in terms of this whole, let's say.
But they'll never answer it.
So let's say this, whatever news you follow, because what it is, I listen to Fox or listen to CNN or listen to the conspiracy guys, which is, my source of news.
Sure.
So, there has to be something where we go, let's take out all the fucking shit, right?
And just concentrate
let's concentrate on our own logic in our own scenario. And in anyone's scenario, do you fucking throw Bin Laden in the ocean? In any of your own scenarios.
I love Patrice's take on this.
Not the news is telling you this, because Fox will just go. The difference to me between like the Alex Joneses, the Webster Tarpleys, the fucking Farrakhan, and Alan Watt. Those are the four guys I get my news from.
Yeah.
Okay. There's always a way for you to go fuck you, and then you go look it up.
Yeah.
It's always that. It's historical. The regular news does not allow you to fuck with history. If you see people that go, the Gulf of Tonkin. People go, Danny dismisses that.
Yeah.
Shh, that's not the issue. Gulf of Tonkin. Suck a dick. But there's no weapons of mass destruction. We're there for nothing. Shut up. You don't support the troops. And you're just babbling. But you go, wait a fucking minute.
Yeah.
The Gulf of Tonkin's fake. We died. The motherfuckers died. It was fake. But they go, suck my dick. So the thing about the quote-unquote conspiracy guys, you can go fuck you and go look that shit up and go, holy shit. This happened. It was fake. So my thing is, okay, fuck listening to people. Now just go with your own fucking mentality there's a lot of things that's going wrong with this Bin Laden
Now,
shit.
what's your take on the whole thing of the Muslims have to be fucking disposed of, now whatever it is, in a day?
Really?
And
Let me tell you something. If you Google any criminal, Babyface Nelson, there's a picture of the guy that shot him in his face, taking a look at what the fuck I did shot.
You're right, yeah.
Bonnie and Clyde, that bitch, they will never show a bitch dead, but you go Bonnie and Clyde, bullets all in her face. And fucking
G-Man is out
G-Man
there. With a Tommy gun.
Like so.
Break it down. What do you think happened?
This is
Break it down,
in conspiracy world.
Right.
Okay.
No, in Patrice's world.
But this is, I get a lot of my shit in my world.
But
okay,
you're
what do
a
I
thinker.
believe?
You're a thinker.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's your?
I believe. All right, here we go. But I don't have any fucking endorsements to lose, so
Yeah.
I'll just say it. I believe, and this is the thing, you can't prove it. I believe that he had lent himself, that Bin Laden, because if this is the history of it, we were in cahoots. We're in cahoots with everybody, and this is why Muslims hate America. Not because we living in America and live how we want to live and do radio. Live in America.
Very good.
They can't hate that song. They gotta dance to that fucking song.
You love that song.
Because there's no song that they do that's better than living in America. Me not me here. Really? Me not me here is better than living in America. Nigga?
Rocky's fucking working out to it.
Here we go.
Yeah, this is fucking great. You can't hate. You can't hate on this song.
I don't. Let's not bomb today. Let's listen to
today.
this. Enjoy. Because I enjoy living in America
We
myself.
don't like Americans. We want to kill them. But this song, James Brown. Living in America.
The reason they hate us is because we support the evil regimes that. So Egypt and all these like dictators who suppress their people.
Yeah.
We help them.
Right.
We make sure that they stay in power. So that's why they hate us, first of all. I think, and listen, there's a new Bin Laden that they already setting up. This guy that had dinner at the White House. Al Asari or something. He's the new.
He's had dinner at the White House.
Yeah, they've been talking about it. He had dinner at the White House like in 2002. Because he was one of the good ones. Now he's the next Bin Laden. This guy from Yemen. I think it's Al Asari or something. I think Bin Laden was in cahoots with them a long time. I think he was getting sick. I think they needed a war. And I think that they set him up in this compound, okay, and let him live his last days out being the face of evil. I think he died somewhere because who's to prove that he wasn't? They fucking caught him and threw him in the ocean, like I said, like how you would flush cocaine down the toilet when the cops kick in your fucking door.
We needed that terrorist, Karen.
Karen! How could you flush Bin Laden?
They wouldn't have found him. We needed that terrorist.
Sorry! Do you understand?
The only bad guy we had.
What I'm saying, this is all conjecture, but I'm saying what I believe.
So it was just time to tell the world that he was dead.
It was time, and it was time for Obama because he's not done yet. His mission ain't done, and this helped him a lot. They didn't count on something that I knew about.
But why wouldn't
being from Boston is that white racism is more powerful than he thought it fucking was.
Really?
So now he has to almost become Bush.
Yeah, he is kind of slipping.
Gun-ho, and we killed the motherfucker.
And that white racism you're correct about because his poll numbers only went up a tiny bit after that.
Because I heard some
if that
shit.
happened with George W., his fucking ratings would have went through the roof.
They would have made sure that you could do 4 terms as
I
the
think
president.
I think Obama only went up 3, maybe 4 points.
Because white racism is
only at
it's
52%.
a lot more. It's deep, man. And so I think personally they needed a face to this. Okay, he's not only was public enemy number one, people would argue he was next to Hitler in terms of
He just didn't have the numbers.
His cachet.
Right.
Yep.
Of
what he wanted to do.
Yeah, of his evil.
Evil.
So you go look, I think he was a sick old man. I think he died a long time ago. Or he died in that place. They staged that shit, plastered he's dead, so Obama could get elected. They're gonna put another guy in. And here's one of the guys, Webster Tarpley, who I like him. He's just one of those machines. Those conspiracy, but he's a historian, though. He goes, look, and he said this shit in 2007. He said, I'm nervous about this guy because, see, the thing about Bush, and they call it the neocons, the things about Bush, he was a cowboy. He was like, we're going to go in there and fucking bomb him, fuck him. But Obama's not that kind of guy. So basically what he's saying is, look, the people he worked for, which is the bankers, okay, they want, Britain and America wants to keep power. They want this white people to be powerful. I tell people this, they're not going to let brown people rule the world. They'll destroy it first. These white bankers, man. So basically this guy, fucking Brzezinski, who is the face, he's the puppet master. He wants to stop China and Russia. And if he can, he wants to pit them against each other to destroy each other. And what they would do is, now they're talking about going to Pakistan. They start in trouble with Pakistan.
Yeah.
Because how could you harbor this guy? What they're going to do with that is take Pakistan so they can strategically have things. They want to control Pakistan because Pakistan's friendly with China.
Well, wouldn't Pakistan have said something like, hey, by the way, this guy's been dead for fucking years. We know it.
But they have.
Wait. And
you remember this lady that got fucking the prime minister of Pakistan? It was a woman?
Yeah.
She said, she goes, what was the guy with the fucked up head? Looked like the guy they caught and he was in a T-shirt and he was
yeah.
They caught him and he was a big timer.
Yeah.
She says out loud, this lady, fucking her name, the prime minister, she was murdered in 2007.
Right.
She said Bin Laden's dead. He was killed by something.
We could see that online?
Yeah, absolutely. She said Bin Laden's dead. She was dead. After she said that, they murdered that bitch.
Let me go with what Ann said. Hold on. Let me go with what Ann said, though. I mean, the Republicans and the Democrats fucking at this point hate each other. So why wouldn't there be a Republican saying, look, I know the deal here. Fuck that. Osama's been dead for years.
Why would they tell us the truth?
No, the Republicans to get a little foothold on the power
because they're in cahoots.
So
wait. All right.
Cahoots. I have an open mind here. So the Republicans and the Democrats, as they show on TV, they fucking basically can't get along and hate each other. They're actually in cahoots behind the scenes.
It's staged. It's the bank runs the fucking show.
It's divide and conquer. So
that's why they need racism. That's why anybody who ever comes close ever to galvanizing the people, they get murdered. Martin Luther King was dangerous because he had white people going, wow, this is wow. And he was doing it out of love. Barack did it because the next thing they're going to do is, if you notice, they do a lot of shit in Africa. It's the Sudan, but it's under peace. But Sudan gives China, evidently, and I just get my reports. I'm just going. I didn't go over there and test the fucking oil, but supposedly Sudan gives China a lot of oil, maybe a third of its oil. So we got to go in these places to take these places. That's why dictators are so important to us, because we can't fuck with a democracy. So we need Pakistan to have a dictator so we could say, hey, do this, motherfucker.
Well, that's why we pay him $3 billion.
Exactly. That's why we hate as a country. We're supposed to hate Ahmadinejad from Iran and the motherfucker from down South America. Chavez.
Chavez, right.
Because they're dictators who actually look out for their people. They're not corrupt.
Why can't we turn them?
Because they're not corrupt. They say, fuck America. And they work with China. Because China has just as much power as we do. We are horrified of fucking China. Yeah. So what we're trying to do is get a foothold and have a standing army and get control of any place where the oil, where people can go fuck America and sell their oil to China. We want to control those places so that then China has to then fight with Russia to get their oil from like Siberia, or if the Saudis want to deal with them, they just make it so it's because China needs oil.
How come all these conspiracies pretty much come back for many years now to oil? Yet we are fucked with oil and paying through the nose, and we never have enough. And it's like, is that part of the ploy? But here's
the thing that gets me. I think it's an easy answer.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck, like, about any of us.
Oh, yeah.
And the reason that don't forget, I buy a lot of sneakers. Here's the pimp game. I think I might have said the pimp game is this. Whatever you're into buying, okay? I remember my sneakers were $30.
Yeah.
You buy a sneaker for $30, and I remember my mother bought me a pair of sneakers for $30, and she was like, damn. Then what they do is they hit you with the $60 right after the 30. You go, oh, Lord, I can't afford sneakers no more. And just when you getting ready, they find out who got money and who don't. They lower it back down to 40.
Uh-huh.
So you go, oh, I can buy sneakers. But they just bumped it up $10. Gas in 2003 was 99 cents a gallon. It's $4 now. Why didn't they just bump it up to 4? Because we would revolt.
Right. It's
now
like anything
it's
else.
a slow burn. Fucking.
Yeah. You just do it slowly.
The slow burn.
They just have the appreciation to know people enough that people want it with Vaseline. You know what I'm saying? So they slip it in slow, and you go, okay, and they take it out.
So pretty much everything is a lie. Everything's a lie, and so how does this lie perpetuate without somebody really coming out and leaking it?
They do, but we dismiss them. Anybody who says, hey, this is the anti-idea of what happened. Like, people, look, here's the problem. The problem is they have a term. It's called, they have two terms for what we're dealing with now.
Yeah.
One is blowback. The other term is what we all know, which is collateral damage. Uh-huh. Why would you even invent a fucking term called collateral damage, which is innocent people die?
Uh-huh.
Basically, hey, this number of innocent people die so that we can. It's what's the word I'm looking for? It's innocent.
How do you?
It's like okay, this many people, like they
it's
calculated
really the cost of doing business.
Yeah.
We've heard that over the years.
They're expendable.
So, I mean,
wait, I don't want to get past the Osama thing.
Okay.
Al Qaeda comes out and says he's dead. So what's that about then?
Al Qaeda supposedly, and this is what you believe. This is why this.
All right, but why wouldn't they have said, "Look, we all know
because
he was dead years ago"?
Al Qaeda, and this is where it starts to sound crazy.
Right.
It's CIA created, CIA run. Bin Laden fought Russia for us.
Yeah, we know
the
that.
whole story about him going, fuck you, and that's what they told us. But that Al-Qaeda was created and funded by fucking America.
So what was in it
but
for
it wasn't
Osama?
that outrageous back then.
A bunch of fucking money.
Yeah, but then he had to live the rest of his life in kind of shitty terms.
But he was
that compound
dying anyway.
sucked.
That's what they showed
So
us.
why
Did they show him with his legs crossed chilling in that compound? That's what they said. This is what I'm saying. It's just
Oh,
what
you
they
think he was
say.
living much better than that? But
Dude, he was chilling.
But
They
hey,
show you
hold,
the footage
hold,
that's
hold
kinda
the phone.
shitty.
Hold the phone here.
Okay.
The Russian thing. Obviously, it's like, the CIA was funding Bin Laden and Al Qaeda. It's the same people. When they were the Mujahideen or whatever it was, when they were fighting the Russians. But yet that isn't. Why do people think that's so outrageous? Sometimes our allies become our enemies and vice versa.
Okay.
Back then, we hated the fucking Russians.
Yeah, we still do.
wanted to fuck with them. They wanted to fuck with us. So whenever they got involved in some military action, we supported the opposing team, which at that point was Bin Laden and the rest of the people in freedom fighters in Afghanistan. Then things changed. There is no more Soviet Union. So we became the bad guys. And of course now they're going to come after us. So what? Why is that so unbelievable?
No, I don't not believe it. I don't even not believe that. It's what I go with is like what makes sense. Now, some of it you go, like, look, I don't believe in aliens. I don't believe in this thing where they're trying to get us to believe aliens because NASA just released
Area 51.
I'm not with it.
Every
but
time.
I'm gonna say if you tell me 2 + 2 is 4, and I know it is, but then you shove marbles in your ass, and I go, Jesus, Anthony shoves marbles in his ass? That doesn't discredit 2 + 2 is 4.
Okay.
So I'll let motherfuckers to fight this battle, and I'm gonna tell you, if you know Alex Jones or if you know Alan Watt, if you listen to Farrakhan, if you listen to Webster Tarpley, all 4 of those dudes have the tenacity of crazy.
Right.
And you need that tenacity.
But it doesn't necessarily mean what they're saying is
I don't
bullshit.
have the tenacity of crazy. Because you need that. Because I do comedy and I see the faces of people who just go out and party when they announce Bin Laden's dead. The puppets, the sheep. Those are people, a lot of those people come to comedy shows and it makes it difficult to communicate because you can say something that just will make somebody turn on you.
Right.
But this is the one thing that opened my mind up that I never move off of. The Federal Reserve Bank ain't federal. It fucked me up to know that we pay a private loan by a private bank to our government who doesn't borrow money based on our wishes. We are fucking slaves to the bank. And everything else is believable. Once they tell you that the gold standard, do you know what our standard is now? How we weigh our wealth?
It's a debt standard.
Debt! If you owe me 1,000, I'm worth 1,000.
Yes.
But it's not real.
Let me ask you a question about the Alex Joneses of the world. And
Yes.
I hate using that term, but because there's a bunch of them you named. Aren't they bad for the plan?
Yeah.
So why doesn't the government do a little something with them?
Because they're
putting marbles up their ass.
Yes.
I understand what Patrice says. If they say this shit, but they're so crazy when they're saying it, and so many people are like, oh, listen to this fucking guy. So they can make the lie better by exposing it and being crazy, because then you'd have to be crazy to believe it.
Let me go with that then. So why isn't there a guy that doesn't put the marbles up his ass saying the same shit?
Hold on.
Like that Pakistani woman?
Well, I'm going to ask, and has there been a guy that didn't do it with putting the marbles up his ass, and what happened to that guy?
Ready, though?
I'm talking about talk radio,
I know. Wait, ready? I'm not a crazy guy. Hi. In about 3 years, aliens will be visiting us, and
you just put marbles up your ass.
No matter, I could go, motherfucker, aliens is coming, you bastards, and you go, yeesh. Then you go, I talked to God yesterday. God said we had a drink together, and that nigga's crazy. No matter what you say, that ain't regular. With the regular shit that the news is telling you and everything,
you're saying
you crazy.
But you're saying it today. I don't know what I believe. I'm listening to you, and it's very interesting. But you're saying it without putting marbles up your ass right now.
No, I'm not.
You're putting marbles up your ass.
Because someone's getting mad. Because here's the thing. Here's something that I've never said in public. I'm gonna say right now, and it scares me. But at least I'm here and I could get a chance to say it correctly. I'll never say it on Fox and stuff because they'll just chop your head off and I'm evil. They always throw. So you don't support the troops, and people get fucked up with that. But I go, the troops are not an entity to be supported. They do what they're told to do. So I'm not supporting anyone that gets killed in the line of duty and go over there and in their mind they're protecting me and your liberty. I'm saying that they don't do anything for you to support them. They just do the bidding of the banks and the government wherever they see fit. So if I say I don't support the troops, it's not saying I don't support those people that are dying. You go, I don't support policy. And for people like on these news to manipulate that, knowing that they're intelligent people and they put that at you and they make you sound fucked up, you know that they are controlled by, because the banks own the networks and they own propaganda and they own it. So of course, if you take out the fact that you are racist, listen to Farrakhan. When Farrakhan talks about the banking system and what they do to the kids, he ain't talking about black. He talking about, and he cries. This motherfucker starts crying.
But then
Alex Jones is losing his mind because people won't.
But then Farrakhan puts marbles up his ass by talking about flying pyramids and fucking.
But he has told you 2 + 2 is 4. You can pick up a book and go 2 + 2 is 4.
Yeah.
But this motherfucker got marbles in his ass.
I love the marbles.
But
it's the best analogy ever.
But 2 + 2 is 4.
Right,
So you don't even have to really listen to him no more. All you have to do is get your math book and then go, wow, 3 times 3 is 9.
But it turns out, a lot of people think of it in terms of like a witness in a trial. If you find any part of the testimony to be false, or you don't think there's
belief
any
is
truth upon
circumstantial.
it, then you can throw out all the testimony.
Yeah, it's
like
all conjecture. We are repeating. I'm just basically parroting what I hear, and then with a little bit of research
and a little bit of your own intellect
but
and
what do we
experience.
know?
I believe we shot Osama. I can't prove it. I just believe it.
Okay, let's again cut out the news.
I just believe it. I'm disappointed we didn't get to see the death shot because it would shut up a lot of conspiracy guys. But the White House comes out and says, "Well, they'll always not believe."
And here's what this girl, a friend of my woman. She was in the Army. Now the Army's fucking her bad. Won't give her GI Bill and shit. So she goes. Well, if we didn't bury him, it would incite what? More anger? Like the fact that Al Qaeda is supposedly threatening us now with violence. They weren't yesterday before this motherfucker got shot.
There'd be more threats of violence. They hate us to the umpteenth level.
They're
on 11.
Osama got killed. They went to level all shit.
Yeah.
They was just going to basically kill us. But then, But
why raise suspicion in so many people?
Because
by
it
not
was
showing
a
the death
fucking
photo.
cover-up. He's dead!
But you could find some kind of lookalike then at that point and show a death photo of some guy.
Because
even if they released the death photo, people would have questions like, oh, that's not him.
The sophistication of technology fucks up this game.
Yeah, but the government has shit. They're telling us Bill Burr. Bill Burr says the government has shit we don't even know about yet.
Dude, I'm not talking about the shit we don't know about.
He goes, LBJ had an iPad.
But
what I'm saying.
Hold on.
Okay.
Because Bill Burr made a great point. He went to the Reagan Museum, wasn't it, or the library out there in California, and they have a part of his plane, Air Force One, where it had a phone on it. Way before this technology was available for anybody else.
That's not my point, that they have all this technology.
They might have other technology.
My point is this. The fact that we have it fucks them. The internet, they are trying to destroy the internet. It fucks them up. Photoshop fucks them up. They can't treat you like complete dummies. They did release a death photo, and motherfuckers went, this shit's Photoshop.
Oh, you think that was supposed to be the fucking
nigga? Yes.
God damn it! I never heard that one
These
before.
are 80-year-old white guys who are fucking still.
So wait.
Why do we still have the Nielsen?
Please,
why do we still wait? Why the fuck, with all this technology, we still depend on a rating system that one family is in control of 100,000? It's bullshit.
Hold on, I gotta slow you down because your point is so brilliant that I want to just explore that a little bit. So you think the government kind of like, all right, let's just get this out there and see if they
let's see
bite.
Let's see how they bite. Oh shit! Someone found 2 pictures that we put together.
They looked at that shit. And Obama's birth certificate. Motherfuckers, technology looked at that and went, what the fuck is this shit?
See, that's just funny.
I got to take
the other part of that, too.
Go ahead.
if the government's so powerful, they would just find some fucking Muslim that kind of looks like him and then kill that fucking guy and then put that picture out there.
Really? And then
why not?
Here's
why
technology.
Not? What happens then?
I'm looking at Valley Bertinelli. That's not really Dude, technology fucks with the
So you
thing.
think they threw that picture out hoping?
That was
hoping
the picture. That was the death photo.
That was the picture.
And they thought they would just let us and this is the thing that kills me about Fox and all that. They're not arguing. They flushed him down the fucking ocean? They're arguing, why didn't we get to see the death photos? It's like, wait a minute, you're not questioning the fact that you had a Muslim burial for public enemy number 2 all time? This is public. If we... Okay, do you think we would have just... We still want to find Hitler. We're still trying to find his bones.
Looking in South America.
In some shit, him and Ava Braun, who supposedly killed him, and speculation. Do you think that they would just flush the of our time, the worst motherfucker that ever was born?
Yeah.
They would just throw him in the ocean, and under the guise of having a respectful Muslim burial. Do you fucking believe that? You believe that? This is what I'm saying. The frustration is I can't move on. Fucking believe that?
Right.
As a person. Just as a person who doesn't have a television, if I told you that. And me and you talking no TV, and I go, yeah, man, Bin Laden. Who's Bin Laden? Yeah, this is a guy responsible. He killed 3,000 people, and he wants to kill millions, and he runs the most sinister terrorist group ever created. This guy may be on par. His intentions may be on par with Hitler.
Wow, this guy's fucking evil.
Found him, caught him, and killed him. Whoa!
Oh, great.
What did you do with the body? Threw it in the water.
This is your new set, by the way.
I love the fact that
threw it in the
Thinking
water?
Man's Comedy. That's your new gig.
He's
but Danny says
kind of turning me.
No, but Danny says that death photo's been around for a while. So what's your take on that, Patrice?
Rehashed after.
Well, that's what Danny says. That's what say. This is what I'm saying. This is a guy. That's what I'm talking about. I discredit what Danny says.
And he
he discredit me. Who gives a fuck what Danny says? And not because it's Danny, but because anything.
Anybody says anything, you could just say no.
No.
And
that's the simplicity of it.
And people are saying, why aren't we beating up Patrice like we do Troy? Well, because Troy Kwan comes in here with questions, but doesn't give us any.
No, he gives
anything.
us nothing.
Like at least Patrice is giving us some stuff to think about.
Patrice has.
That's the difference, by the way. I can't go to that guy on the phones right now. 15
levels of involvement with every subject he brings up. You could peel away the layers. He explains what he's talking about. But when you get somebody that comes in and just goes, "Yeah, the Pentagon was hit with a missile." How? Explain that when there were plane parts. No, there weren't. No, I was hit by a missile. You believe in everything the government says? It's like, but when Patrice explains things like, look, why the fuck would they take the biggest fucking criminal of our time and just throw his body away without anyone seeing it? No one saw it.
Like evidence that you
and they
get rid
threw
of.
it away without at least. Now think about this also.
It does bother me.
They took Jeffrey Dahmer after he was killed and examined his brain to see abnormalities and maybe things that could be worked on in the future. Wouldn't you want to check out Bin Laden's brain and see if there were abnormalities? Why didn't they do an autopsy? Hey, did he have those kidney problems? Let's cut him open and maybe see if this guy had some kind of physical, mental problem.
Have you heard this on Fox? What are you saying?
No, I
haven't. Have you heard
it
on CNN? No.
They just wrapped him up and flushed him down the ocean, like what you said. Flushed him down the ocean. I love flushed him down the ocean.
Here come the cops. Here come nosy people with their bullshit.
Quick, get him in the drink. Oh, man.
I'm just saying.
You're getting me thinking, Patrice.
That's all it is. And then you just go and you just look at basically,
I think the government gave you diabetes. They don't like this power you got.
nigga, if they want to get rid of me, I'd rather have AIDS and drop dead than have this shit. Because diabetes it has to be government. AIDS ain't
government diabetes.
Because diabetes is hilarious. Because if you say I'm dying of sugar, it just makes you smile.
It's like, aw, what a sweet way to
I'm dying
go.
of a fuck virus, makes you scared to death. But I'm
creepy.
I'm dying of something that invades your body and destroys everything, makes you go, oh, and I catch it by fucking. But to go, hey man, if you eat a lollipop, things go bad. Bubble gum, really? So it's maybe
Doesn't sound that bad.
We really got a break.
Yeah, we got to take a break.
I got Laszlo outside the studio.
Yes, Laszlo.
We also had the Larry King thing. Should we play it here or just save that?
Might as well save it.
Just save it for another time? Oh,
Yeah.
really? Okay.
Yeah.
Patrice, you plugging anything?
I'm in Florida at oh shit, I'm sorry, man.
If you make it. Jesus.
Fucking
government.
Big Mama Prods on Twitter. You'll be tweeting
wait, but
dates, I'm sure.
Marcos Island.
Marcos Island.
Oh, right, okay.
That gig.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys do that.
Oh,
Kid.
that place, sure.
Sounds like a blast.
I haven't never been there, but I'll get the name.
Yeah, we'll get it.
right,
We'll get it out there. Believe me,
I'm there this
you want to
weekend.
see Patrice.
It's been a while.
fucking
Patrice
great.
O'Neill in studio. Laszlo next. Patrice O'Neill in studio. Big Mama Prods on Twitter.
Hey!
Really quickly, because we pissed off Chicago. We kind of just threw the Bulls to the side there.
Now.
The Heat are going to have a tough time with the Bulls.
Yes, they are.
All right, and you will acknowledge that, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, they.
Because you said the Heat will win the whole fucking thing, and then we got Chicago yelling at us, saying, what the fuck, our team... I guess I did not know this, so I'm just repeating this, but I guess the Bulls swept the Heat during the regular season.
Yeah, but that was when the Heat were trying to figure out what they're going to do.
Still trying to get their shit
And here's
together.
the thing. The Bulls have Derrick Rose, and the next best player is
animal.
Carlos Boozer.
Right.
So they have a super player, meaning he's at the level of a stratospheric guy. He's in a rarefied atmosphere, as they say, Derrick Rose. But their next best guy is Boozer offensively, and Laden. And they going against three guys who were the A-list guys, the go-to guys on their team, plus two relatively good big men, three great three-point shooters, and an older point guard who's good enough. These guys, Miami's better.
Fuck.
They're better. They're not good. But Chicago,
this.
but this is why I hope to God Boston just sits everybody down and goes out like just old school guys fade away. Because then they have Chicago next. And please, no disrespect to Atlanta. Because Atlanta ain't bums.
Mm-hmm.
They're another long, lanky, young team. This is why the Celtics just need to just go and relax with the Lakers and just go, boy, remember those days?
And just dismantle.
Because this is serious shit going on. I mean,
You got some
young
tough-
animals, man.
You got tough years ahead of you being a Celtics fan.
Yeah, because but we have Rondo, but there's nothing else on the
Rondo's got a
horizon.
fucked up elbow.
That'll heal up.
How the fuck was he playing like that?
He trying to,
Wow, this game looks
he's a
good.
legacy.
We're going to seg into this in a second.
Yeah.
This fucking game looks good.
I love these.
We got Laszlo in studio.
Laszlo.
Holy
I have to
shit.
say, I
Rock
saw.
star.
You just got us out of basketball talk because I looked up and said, this fucking game looks good.
Yeah, it's the new,
LA Noir.
yeah, it comes out a week from today.
From Rockstar Games.
For everybody?
Yes, for everybody.
Damn it.
Yeah, where's our copy?
I wanted a copy.
What? No, we don't even have press copies yet. They're still
No,
being
huh?
stamped out.
Oh, okay.
This game is so big. It was almost 4 discs on the Xbox. It's 3 discs,
Holy shit.
and there's still DLC.
And look at the
Man.
actors you have. Who's the guy who played the lawyer in The Godfather?
Yeah.
What's his name,
It looked
man?
like,
Is this?
Who's the lawyer from The Godfather?
Oh, fuck.
You got a lot of
oh,
stars.
that's just some fucking computer pussy. Jesus Christ.
This is
There's
it.
that
Oh,
dead
that's
broad.
the Black Dahlia kind of thing. Going
Yeah,
on.
so these are real crimes from the 1940s in Los Angeles that
the
you go
40s.
to.
Wow.
So we got a lot of actors that you might recognize. There's a ton of people from Mad Men, and it's this new facial scanning technology called motion scan. So
That's fucked
That's what I'm
up.
saying. They got fucking actors in this bitch.
And you can see, like,
you can see
Robert
every.
Duvall, it looks like. It looks
Robert
like Robert
Duvall.
Duvall, that guy.
And who's the little bald dude that's really good? He always plays a character actor.
The little bald dude.
I know. What's the fucking His big thing, he played Pig Vomit.
Giamatti.
Oh, yeah, Paul Giamatti.
Paul Giamatti that's Paul Giamatti, the first guy.
Like him.
Right? Or no? Is that him? Did you get his face or? Oh, shit. You got fucking William Shatner?
That's not William Shatner.
This is amazing.
Michael Madsen, I saw, I think.
James Cromwell? You
So
have
the thing is, it's a
let's go back to Lazlo's.
it's a detective thriller. So
But
basically,
what were you saying about the face thing?
with the facial technology being this advanced, you can actually do a detective game where you interrogate witnesses and you're sort of looking for tells if they're full of shit.
Ah, like their eyes darting back and forth or something. Or...
So right now, Than is searching a naked woman's dead, mutilated corpse for clues.
Feel her tit.
Yeah, search a tit, man.
I think I saw something under her
Interesting.
tit.
Fuck BDTE.
She got fuck you, BD.
Yeah, this is called the red
blood.
lipstick murder. So you go to crime scenes, you look around for clues, you hold up props, you keep a notebook of different things, and then when you interrogate people, you can point to stuff in your notebook, because if they're talking shit, you can say, yeah, but what about this crowbar that we found on the site, different things like that.
And then the face will change depending on how you
and you can
go about it.
You can press buttons whether you believe them, doubt them, or you can accuse them. The thing is, if you go after somebody too hard, they might clam up and not give you any clues that'll help you solve the case.
Motherfuckers.
And you can always
Can you work them over?
You can.
I want to work. I'm just going to work everyone over.
You just get two people up.
It does have sort of RPG elements, but I've played some RPGs where I don't feel like I'm going anywhere besides talking to aliens. But in this, and sometimes you start to, question somebody, and they'll just run the fuck out of the room, and you got to chase them down and beat them a bit.
That's hilarious. Oh man!
And this is in game right now.
Yeah, this is all in game footage. So
it looks amazing.
It's hard for people to kind of wrap their heads around. They're like, well, is this just one big cutscene? It's like, no, the capture technology is so good, it all feels like, Yeah,
look at his fingernails. They're like kind of clipped.
How long was
weird.
this in development?
6 years.
6 years. Wow.
6 years. Patrice, I have to say, when I saw you at Caroline's last, probably the most uncomfortable I've ever seen a room when you went after that white suburban couple. Do you remember this? Patrice just disarms people where they're just in front of a crowd admitting shit. And there was this white couple with their teenage son, and he starts...
His mother fucked the black guy.
He starts going into this, just asking her questions, and then all of a sudden it's like, you ever sleep with a black guy before you slept with him? And she says yes, and the teenage son goes loud as hell, what? And the whole place just went nuts, and the kid was fucking looking daggers at Patrice the rest of the show. It was fucking uncomfortable. Patrice was laughing, so I thought you were going to fall off the stage.
His mother took a fat one, man. Everybody thinks their mother's precious, but they're not. They're 10 toes up in the air, baby. Everybody's mother.
Oh, shit.
I remember that, too.
It was fucking good. I have to say, your DVD was quite nice.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Lazo.
I picked it up.
Patrice hit a home run with that. It didn't get him famous, though, unfortunately.
Nah, but...
He was going for fame with that thing.
I really was.
So now he's back on our fucking show.
I think the most, not the most, but one interesting thing about this game is the person that's playing it.
Yes.
Nathaniel.
Well, this is...
Hi, Than.
You work for Rockstar?
Why
Can I? Yes, thank you. I wanted to yell at somebody who works here for once.
Yeah, Than works at Rockstar.
What are you in development?
He's playing games.
He's one of our gameplay capture artists.
Yeah, so I help make all the trailers and the screenshots you see, stuff like that.
Is that an upgrade from this show when you was fucking on?
Believe me, anything's an upgrade from this show.
Was it really?
If he was fucking...
Hey, Dan, do you have some nervousness where you're trying to, keep your confidence when you came in here, but it's like, oh, shit.
It's these idiots.
Oh, man. A little nervous. Is he a little nervous?
Oh, you mean coming back on air?
Yeah, oh, shit, I'm back here,
A little, but, I got a nice job now. So.
Right, and he's like, I'm driving the car, so fuck you, motherfucker.
He's the guy
I'm solving a crime.
He's running the game.
So do you guys, did somebody Did somebody finish the game? Like, I mean, did someone sit and play this game and go through it? Someone at Rockstar? Like,
well, we have the QA department. They play the game all day long trying to bust it. But Than is a member of our production team. We've got 7 guys. All they do is play the game and try to capture badass looking shots out of it for our trailers.
But there's a team of guys that will do nothing but try to fuck the game up. Like drive into every surface alleyway, and if the car goes in there and gets stuck, they got to fix that. So there's people that just fuck the game up.
Some games don't fix that shit.
No, the games with bugs.
This is amazing.
It really is. It looks great, man.
And I will have to say, though, that after Than left this show, he was a bit on the skids because I found his ass literally on a bridge when I went for a run.
Jump?
No, I found it. It was on the Manhattan Bridge, all sweaty.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Are you being serious, man?
Well, I mean,
I don't even know if Laszlo's being serious.
That's the least kind way of describing it.
He was unemployed.
Gentlemen,
and
what can I get?
Why was he sweating on a bridge?
Because instead of working, he was running in 110-degree heat.
I think I would rather have jumped off the bridge than to have Laszlo. I have to owe him my life. As he fucking tells me I found this fat fuck at a donut shop.
Laszlo, for this game a little bit more, man.
So you play this, the character you play is Cole Phelps. It's Aaron Stanton from Mad Men, and you've recently come back from the war, from WW2.
Ah, the big one.
And so you're sort of, the character's kind of fighting some demons, but he's come to L.A. to be a cop, and throughout the game you rise through the ranks of the department of the LAPD, so you started traffic, you do arson, you do vice, and you solve all these individual cases, but it leads to the bigger storyline in the game where there's a mass murder around, and it's got some pretty interesting plot twists. But as you can see here, Than's about to interrogate somebody.
Now look at the facial expressions. That's fucked up.
Hey, Than, can you pause that just a quick second? Let me ask you this: now during the development, did you guys make decisions on like, hey, you know what? Maybe we should have a couple of shootouts or something, like some, a shootout like that turns it from the RPG thing to just like a little bit of.
Well, yeah, we tried to make it a nice combination of action, but also sort of like an intellectual kind of thought-provoking thriller where you have to pay attention to people's faces, their body movements, sort of keeping track of different clues that you find. It's definitely a departure from other games that we've done.
It's a great way to use that technology because the facial capture is unfucking believable.
Jacob, her husband, we go way back. She was here last night? Sure, she's a regular. Selena's was.
So you're trying to tell here if he's full of shit or if he's just emotionally upset.
I'd say he's full of shit.
With anyone.
Yeah, when I
wouldn't believe anyone in the game.
Of course not.
Fuck this guy, guilty.
Yeah, you just don't want to feel like the asshole that believed him.
Yeah, fuck it.
Now, is it different endings? Can you, depending on what you decide to do?
Depending on how well you interrogate people, there's some clues that may or may not open up. It will take you longer to solve each specific self-contained case. Damn. You can replay them at the end of each case.
This is a murder beef, McCall. You don't want any adverse publicity for this place, do you?
Oh.
If I had names, I would give them to you. I like Celine.
I don't believe this guy.
Yeah, I don't believe him.
Nah. See, you just gonna fucking start yelling at a cop?
Yeah.
You piece of shit, I'll kill you.
He's all pissed.
This is the room that we did the motion scan
capture. Look at all those cameras. Jesus Christ.
They're all high-def cameras. The amount of data that it takes is insane.
Mrs. Henry
and how much work did the actors have to do?
But not her wedding finger.
Well, a lot, because first you have to do the walk around in the bodysuit, and then you have to go in this room and wear like crazy, clean clothes, booties, and all this stuff because everything is like a speck of dust can fuck the whole process up.
Holy shit.
And you're surrounded by these 32 cameras, and the lights are intense. We had the air to get the air conditioning to cool the room down. It was a bit of a scene, and then you could hear the air conditioner on the mic, and so then we had to do all this. So it's constantly reinventing the way that we make games and the way that we, capture facial footage.
Now, when they're acting, I'm noticing there's no body movement. They have to just move their face.
But they're watching the body movement that they did before when they walked around in the capture suit, and then they do the facial sitting down.
That seems very difficult. Holy shit.
The other issue is, so you shoot a bunch of scenes, and then you come back, because we did about 3 different shoots, right? And they were months apart. Well, you bring an actor back in, he's fucking gained weight. His hair's, he's cut his hair, and so now you got to spend a ton of time in makeup and everything else. We hired these makeup artists that know 1940s hairstyles really well.
Hey, this is like
so the women in the game, their hair took fucking hours. It was intense,
man.
What game
You're an asshole.
How do I even ask this? Like, how do you who's this marketed to? Like, can you give me another game that was successful that's kind of like this that you're marketing this to? Like, who's?
I don't know. I mean,
this?
people have said, is it like Heavy Rain? Is it,
So if it wasn't Jacob,
it's kind of hard to say.
And what's the age is playing this? Because it seems like an 18-year-old would not be able to play this shit.
Oh, it's rated M for mature.
So
there's a lot of there's a lot of murder and mayhem. It's a very dark, violent thriller.
Yeah, I think you'll get a little bit of an older demo than you would for like Grand Theft. Just for the fact I like the idea of solving problems and having to think things out.
You said you liked her, and yet
there's also some mini games occasionally, when you're on at crime scenes, but you start to really get into investigating these crime scenes and looking around for stuff, and you pick up. There's hundreds of objects that you pick up and investigate in the game. You look at picture frames and.
Let's get out.
I think that guy's innocent though.
Do you? You think that guy?
You know why?
Because
he cursed the cop out.
Yeah.
So that means he got nothing to hide. He's like, "Fuck you, cop."
So where does he go now?
Well, he was given some clues from that guy.
All right,
he gave him a location.
Yeah. So now, check out a new location.
Go to the Henry residence. What are you running for?
Just we only have so much time. Only have so much time on air, Ant.
He's running to a bridge. Go get a gig.
It was a little Grand Theft Auto he just did.
A little run.
Can he fuck hookers and all that little side stuff?
No side shit.
No hooker fucking in this one.
Boom. Liza, a lot of people asking about your time on Ron and Fez yesterday. What happened yesterday?
I evidently confronted Fezzi about what he thinks about when he masturbates, and it just melted down. And then they accused me of trying to pull an Opie and make him cry.
Pull an Opie?
No, the guy who's pulling an Opie is Ron.
Yes, and then I accused Ron of pulling the fucking strings on it, and then he's against me.
Yeah, of course.
Wow.
He's the puppet master, but no one wants to acknowledge that.
And he's like, why is everybody, that's the new thing.
I did time on Ron and Fez. I was trying to get to know Fez a little bit, and he starts crying and thinks I purposely was trying to make him cry.
I just tried to ask him.
It's exhausting.
I tried to ask him some questions, and he freaked out. I asked him about his fucking leukemia, cancer, testicular shit bracelet, whatever the fuck those rubber things are that everybody wears.
Yeah.
And he's like, I was prepared to talk about this. I was like, sorry, dude.
Wasn't prepared to talk about it.
Half the shit we talk about, we're not prepared to talk about.
Everything we talk about.
Yeah, we haven't been prepared in 10 years for anything. So you made him cry yesterday?
No. But he looked on the cusp.
Just don't drag me into that shit anymore.
What?
Not you. I mean, are you pulling an Opie? Get the fuck out of here. I was trying to be nice to the guy, and then next thing you know, he's mad at me. Because I was asking him what character he would be in Batman.
Evidently.
And then I guess that I was purposely trying to make him cry. And then I had one of the guys from David Letterman, one of the writers, called the show. And he thought that I purposely made that guy to call to make him cry. It was exhausting. I just wanted to hang with Ronnie.
Yeah,
I think people realize that.
And I thought Fezzi was feeling left down, so I was like, I'm going to talk to Fez a little bit.
And then
I think people.
And then I said, Fez, maybe you're having all these troubles because they fired 40% of your staff and don't plan to, rehire, so they can just roll that into executive bonuses. And then he starts getting all moody on me, I'm like, what are you talking about? I was like, well, I just thought, maybe this job would be a little less stressful if you had.
Ronnie says he likes to just kind of sit back and not be noticed and then fire out his lines. That's what Fezzi wants.
Yeah,
but don't put the attention on him.
I
learned the hard way. And then I tell Fezzi, Laszlo, I tell Fezzi that I didn't mean it. I gave him a sincere apology off the air, and Fezzi's like, yeah, I know. And then he goes walk into the bathroom, the door closes, and Ronnie looks at me, he goes, he don't believe you. Thanks, Ron. He don't believe you.
Yeah, it's also hard to tell how full of shit Ronnie is. You know?
Well, Ronnie can play the part.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
He knows how to pull those strings.
Oh, yeah.
He's great at that, as well as other things. All right, but back to L.A. Noire.
What are you looking for? Oh, look at that.
Shit.
He found something on a pad. He's doing that pencil trick.
Where you scratch it and see what somebody wrote before.
On the page on top of it.
The oldest problem there is what to do about the old lady.
Yep. There's a lot of killing off the old lady. Yeah.
A lot of killing off the old lady.
Is this one case? Or
yes, this is one case.
But there's more cases.
Oh, there's a ton of cases.
So after you solve this case, you move on to a tougher case?
And you can bump into a new case as you're being a detective for this case?
Well, there's elements that connect each case, but each one is self-contained. And like I said, there are cases that we weren't able to fit into the game because we are running out of discs. And we thought, 3 discs was sort of the good place for it to be. But you can get the extra cases if you pre-order at GameStop.com, or you can do it in person. Or
This guy's full of shit.
Yeah, look at his face.
He's full of shit.
Well, you want to truth, doubt, or lie?
I say lie.
You know what you went, Jacob. You're lying. Why would I help you if you keep lying to me?
Look, I'm telling you, I don't know.
See, this guy's retarded. I think he was telling the truth. I think there was a fucking setup.
So you can
that
go
was a setup, man, for us to think that. But he was just like, he's retarded.
He was looking around though. He wasn't making eye contact. His head was going
retarded.
down.
He's just a guy.
Yeah?
He's a fucking painter or a
He's
fucking
a dummy.
He's a moke.
Do you think because he's a retard?
He's a jamoke. This guy, a jabroni.
All right.
The bartender there.
I fuck her.
He calls me.
And once you say he's lying, can you go back and say, okay, I believe you? Can you reverse it and go, I believe you now?
You can later on. You can start to get what are those points called?
Intuition points.
Intuition points, where if you fuck somebody up and you accuse them when you shouldn't have, you can go back. You get sort of an undo.
Is there a checkpoint and all that? Of course.
Dan, how many hours have you played this game?
Oh,
I have to live with that.
he's getting a little teary-eyed.
He's retarded. He's thinking about. He cries at pancakes.
Well, he's getting accused of murdering this chick.
He is.
When did you last see her?
I want to know how long you played this, Dan, so far.
I mean, it's my full-time job so whatever, 40 times every day of the week.
Wow. Yeah. And during crunch, the capture team works, works weekends as well. So, and a lot of times they don't leave till 10 or 11 o'clock at night.
When are you able to stop playing this shit, Dan? When is it done enough where you go, I can move on to the next game?
When I tell him.
Exactly.
I'd say, you know what? I would fucking go back to that bridge if I was Stan. I'd never let Laszlo do this to me. He's like, when I tell him to, you piece of shit.
So he plays that many hours just to find something that will look cool in a promo, Laszlo?
Well, I mean, with the trailers that we work on, each one of those for weeks.
I think this mental guy would be a good trailer. You should have added slobber to him. Where was the slobber camera?
Slobber.
Why did you kill her, Jacob? Things will go better if you come clean about it.
Here we go.
That's a lousy thing to say.
Where's the smacking and the hot light?
Gave up on that fight.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we get him into.
You got waterboarding in this game?
No, there's no waterboarding.
Damn it!
And the thing is
I don't believe you, Jacob.
the earlier
You
cases.
got to do it yourself, so you had someone else do it.
Oh shit.
Why would you
You
say
want to
that
back
to him?
that up with something, Big Mouth?
Oh,
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I'll back it up with a punch to the face, motherfucker.
Gotta look at his notes.
Or compelling evidence, Anthony.
Marital problems.
The note by the phone suggests you meant her harm.
Oh shit.
You want the truth? Truth is, I was sick to death of her.
Yeah.
I was trying to have her committed.
That's right. That was back in the day where you could just have a bitch committed.
We put this all down on paper, Jacob. How you got fed up with your wife and how you figured killing
And you
her.
have different partners in each department of the
My own
game.
wife?
It was a lush and a tramp, and you just couldn't stand it anymore.
Shut your goddamn mouth.
Oh, he's not retarded anymore.
No, he's not retarded anymore, motherfucker.
Remorse, Jacob.
Oh shit! It's time to duke it out. Oh, punch. Kick his ass, Dan. Kick that retard's ass. Oh, Dan's punching him in the face.
You're just about seen rare.
He does look very Sling Blade.
Can the fucking cop lose?
Yeah.
And the guy will run out the door or something?
Yeah. And then you got to start over from a checkpoint.
Damn, he cuffed him and everything. There you go.
No tasers? Oh, no, this is, this is 1932.
They just pulled out a snub nose and shot you. Back then, fuck it.
Operator, give me R&I.
Yeah.
And we actually licensed real radio from the period, so I had to listen through.
Really?
Oh, my God. Dude, there was some of it that was so racist you couldn't even put it on. I was like, nah, I can't put this in the game. Yeah.
You got an example of that?
What's your job to do? What do you do? I'm sorry, Laszlo. I just know you work for Rockstar. What do you do?
I help run the production department.
Yes, ma'am.
So I write scripts, I direct talent. I'm a member of a huge team of.
And what's development? Your development? What do they do?
What does development do?
Death was the blood.
I don't know.
So who made up this? Who made up L.A. Noire? Who made up the idea?
So there's a studio in Australia named Team Bondi, and the guy there, Brendan McNamara, the head of that studio, he wrote the script. He directed a lot of the actors. Whoa!
Semen in the anus, vagina, and stomach.
That sounds like a great Friday night.
Yeah.
Did that in the 40s?
Ah, we found semen in the anus.
I want to go back to the racist radio, though. You got an example of it that you can?
Was like the Jack Benny show.
Jack Benny was racist on the radio.
Well, Rochester.
Yeah, Rochester.
Okay, boss. yeah, that was like. That was that shit.
Yeah, we did license some Jack Benny for the game, but I chose some bits that weren't so blatantly.
Yeah.
Just because, Rockstar's always going to get beat up about that kind of stuff, even though it was, it existed.
But that's your niche, though. You're a dangerous company.
But, and then there's a show called The Bickersons, which is, I guess one of the first real sort of couple sitcom kind of vibe, and you can hear how it inspired other shows.
Really?
But it is about this couple that every show they wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning to start fighting. And he's always threatening to punch her in the eye, and then she brings home a puppy one time, and he's going to take it out and kill it. It's quality entertainment.
They wouldn't even have that. You couldn't even have that conversation in your own home.
No.
Watch Henry re-interview.
So you didn't want to go 2 races, Laszlo?
No, I mean, you want to get a vibe for the period, but obviously,
You don't want to go crazy.
Right, you don't want to go crazy.
Hey, Laszlo, Jordan on Instant Feedback. Video games is a brutal business. There's a set of stories online from an EA wife. You know what that's about?
I have no complexion.
He says you should be familiar with it.
Yeah, there was, I guess, some spouses of people that worked at EA that were complaining about the hours.
Oh, really? And how they never see their husbands, whatever?
Yeah.
Boyfriends.
The thing about...
Shut up, bitches. They're earning money, motherfucker.
And that guy could have got off at 5.
Yeah.
He stayed and worked till 12 midnight.
So you didn't have to listen to your horse shit.
Everybody was like, hey, you can go home now. It's just
Fuck
no.
that. Right.
Our old radio show, we could have went home at 7.
Oh, yeah.
9:30, 10, 11,
Go
midnight.
home to wife. Fuck that shit.
So maybe that's what that's about. Maybe it's not that brutal.
Sit and drink beer. I like the music.
The city looks great, by the way.
Yeah, so did a lot of research between Rockstar and Team Bondi to, put actual brands from the period. We also came up with brands, because sometimes you go, when Rockstar approaches people and says, can we, please put your logo in a video game? They're like, oh, no.
Not Rockstar.
And of course, this is L.A. with no Mexicans and blacks anywhere near.
No.
Except for getting punched, I'm sure.
Back in the good old days.
And fucking the 5th chapter, there's a black guy getting burned with cigarettes. And there's no way to believe the black guy. It's just lie. There's 3 choices.
That's the only option is lie.
Lying. Push X. Liar.
Wait, is there other options? No.
There's actually a button combo we can call him the N-word.
Rope or gun butt. That's what you get.
That's a joke.
Love seeing the old cars.
Yeah, old cars.
You got the Comedy Store in this game? Obviously, it wasn't the Comedy Store back then. It was a gangster hangout.
Oh. No Comedy Store.
So, Hollywood Boulevard and Sunset Boulevard, all that shit.
Yeah. Look at his house on the corner of fucking.
Yeah, that's like
Silvestri and
Look at that.
La Brea.
Sunset Boulevard.
Dan knows where to go.
Can you warp there?
Yeah.
warp there.
Jesus.
They didn't have
Powers.
warping in the 40s.
Yeah.
Exactly. This game sucks.
Secret powers.
Where's
That's what you know.
warping?
He's got secret powers.
Where's the Star Trek ship and shit?
There's the Hollywood sign in the background.
When it used to say Hollywood Land.
Yes. Well,
God, I love those cars. Those are the cars that be on HD theater, man.
Oh, yeah.
God, I would love to have one of
Old
those.
school. Look at him. Hey, get out of the way, you lousy screw.
Law
Wait, is
enforcement.
that a black guy? No.
Not with a white
yeah?
woman.
Yes, it
What?
is. Give me your car, nigga. Give me your car, nigga. And you lucky I don't kill you and your white wife. Of course he stole. Fucking interracial couple.
Betty and Barney Hill just got their car ripped off.
You should be walking there.
Yeah, get out of the car.
And then you circle back and ask him where'd he get this car from.
Holy shit. Oh, that's funny shit, man. Oh, man.
And then they interrogate the couple, ask the wife, did you do it? She said yes. He goes, you can go, ma'am. Push X to let the white woman go.
These cars,
These cops
the
are crooked.
handling is a little different.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
It's because they weigh 8 tons.
Yes, exactly.
This fucking, these guys are crooked cops.
Well, I mean, this
He
isn't part
needed
of the mission. You don't have to carjack a.
He needed the car.
Right, okay.
This is just for demonstration purposes.
He
Patrice.
exercised his...
Okay, I thought these things, I mean, you could just punch a couple, a poor interracial couple in the 40s and take their car.
Like they don't have it rough enough.
Yeah, really. Oh, that's fantastic.
How long you think it took for this motherfucker to earn money to get that car? Now he's walking.
He was one of the Tuskegee Airmen.
Oh,
He gave him a car.
That's before insurance. The interest rate was probably 25%.
Yeah.
I love that car.
Yeah, so we did. We
that's great, man.
recorded a bunch of commercials that were, sound like period commercials, which I had to find
Great.
Were
people,
you guys in
voiceover
it?
talent that. No.
That would do that.
Yeah,
They could do that voice.
Could sound like
Was
that.
you in
I
it?
know, but then
Was you in
everybody
They did
would
a
say, "Look,
parody of
it's
it.
Anthony."
I know, exactly.
No Anthony in this fucking
No,
thing?
no, they used like prose in this one.
Oh, that's right. You was good in what you call it, by the way. I played that game.
Red Dead?
Red Dead Redemption.
I was the
but I will
gun
say
store guy.
I love Red Dead Redemption. But I stopped. I thought I was finished.
Oh, really?
And it was more.
Yes.
It's a big game,
After
man.
the guy jumped off the mountain, I said, yes! Then he had a son. I'm like, I gotta go.
He had a son.
This guy has a son.
Listen,
Look at Mel from Mel's Diner.
It's the guy at the malt shop or something.
is he lying?
That's Ernest Borgnine. He's telling the truth. Look at his sad puppy face.
Is it true you got Warren Haynes coming in?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm a huge fan. I've seen him like 15
Oh,
times.
hang around. With that said, we do have to take a break. Matt Paxton is next from Hoarders.
Matt Paxton. Oh.
Dude, my chick watches that show, and I come home, and all my shit is in the trash. She's like, we have too much shit. I'm like, God damn.
Anti-hoarder.
That show will freak you out.
It scares
like,
you.
Especially if you watch it at slightly high.
If you start leaving a few things around the house, you're
Yeah,
like,
dude, you don't want to watch Hoarders High, because you will just throw all your shit out.
I don't want to be like
Right.
those people.
I know.
Yeah.
Why don't we take a break? So, Laszlo, the new game, the big plug.
LA Noire comes out a week from today.
Nice.
And please pre-order it at GameStop.com, or you can go into GameStop and pre-order it, and you'll get exclusive downloadable content there. You can also just go on Amazon and pre-order, and as well as Walmart.
What's your biggie that's already out right now? What's the big the one that's out now before LA Noir's big drop? What's still circulating?
We did Undead Nightmare, which was the zombie
The Red Dead
add-on
Redemption
game.
zombie
Yeah.
one?
With the zombies.
Yeah.
Listen, we really got a break because we got
cool.
Matt Paxton. The guests are starting to back up. And then Warren Haynes is going to perform for us a couple songs at 9:30. So, and Patrice O'Neill's still here. Big Mama Prods on Twitter. We will continue. Got LA Noire on the screen. Fan is playing the game for everybody
Our
today.
old pal Fan who works
Yes.
at Rockstar
Yes.
now.
He's got a good
playing the
gig.
game.
I'm going to hire all the cast-offs of
Yeah, might as
Opie
well.
and Anthony Ron. I'd hire Danny, except for the second that I hired him, he'd fucking hate me. Your fucking management sucks. This is bullshit. You don't know what you're doing, Laszlo.
Wow. God. We got Matt Paxton outside the studio. It turns out he's a fan of the show.
Ooh.
He wrote it on his website. The Secret Lives of Hoarders. There he is, Matt.
Hoarders.
Matt,
They're
sit over here
scary
with the big
people.
boys.
I know you. I've seen this guy.
We know you from the show.
Of course. I'm a big fan of the show. My God. Those hoarders are out of their minds.
What's up, guys?
How are you, Matt?
How you doing, man?
Doing well.
Unbelievable. The Secret Lives of Hoarders. Now, the show comes out, and now it opens up this whole thing to people, hoarding. Now, I think we all knew there was some crazy cat ladies that would have newspapers stacked up in their house, but I don't think it's ever been exposed that there are people that you would consider maybe even normal that just are out of their minds when it comes to keeping shit at their house.
Judges, lawyers, bankers. I mean, we go into some fancy places.
Really?
And you walk in, there's 6 foot of shit in the corner.
A disaster.
Yeah, disaster. Honestly, those are the worst because they've been living the lie so long, and they've been trying to pass it off.
Yeah.
That it's even worse. I love when I walk into a house where it's like, oh, it's a crazy lady down the street, because at least I know what I'm walking into.
Yeah, and that's usually what everybody thinks it's going to be, is the crazy cat lady.
Yeah, we always say they're kind of like the mascot of our disease now.
Yeah.
But it's everybody, man. I mean, everybody.
You also learn that there's so many people that are hoarding. I thought it was like kind of a rare thing.
Yeah, I mean, we were doing it for 2 years before I even knew what the word was.
Right.
We just thought they were.
I thought there was
people
a few
thought they
here
were
and
white
there,
trash.
but-
Yeah, they just go white trash.
Seems to be at least one in every neighborhood in America.
I mean, the number we hear is like 3.5 million.
Wow.
But that's
a lot of
that's the
garbage.
ones that you see like on Hoarders that I clean, the level 5s.
Yeah.
But the real ones, the bad ones are like, your mom that's a level 1. You know, that she's got a couple things.
Wait, what's the level 5 and what's the level 1?
Level 5 is what you see on.
With the cat shit and the
you've got
carcasses.
dead
animals
Can't go
underneath.
upstairs anymore because you put your bag of shit on the stairs.
Exactly.
That's finger of God.
I cleaned that
Finger
one. That
of
was
God.
bad.
Did you?
Oh, yeah, I did that one.
That was our favorite
5.
Hoarders, right, Ant? The one where you couldn't go
yeah.
upstairs because the shit was
Oh, God.
going all the way up the
I
stairs.
was sick for 2 weeks after that. I literally.
What does it smell like, sir?
That was a new one. That was more like a citrusy, tangy poo. It was really.
What was the note? What was the note in the mouth?
It was the only one that came through the mask. I mean, I'm wearing a P95 mask, and you could still taste shit in your
And
mouth.
how long, like, after you go home, isn't it in your sinuses? Like, you could still smell it?
It's in your hair. You want to shave your hair.
Oh,
it gets in you.
really?
Yeah, I mean, you have to blow your nose for days.
Now, I've seen a few of these episodes where people are just belligerent, and they have to be handled with these kid gloves. And
Which we hate.
I think we've all talked about, and I think probably anybody you've talked to has said, turn around and tell these people to just knock it off. You want to punch them. You want to do something.
And the challenge with that is that we assume everyone's on the same mental plane that you and I are on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and with these hoarders, they're on a different world. I mean, literally, their brains, if you scan their brains, it works differently. And so I see a pile of crap, and I see 100 dead cats. They see a beautiful vase on a table.
Really?
And so they really, I mean, yelling at them obviously doesn't work. I mean, it's like having a buddy that's just hammered, and you're like, dude, get your life together. And you're
I've been saying that to
screaming at
Anthony
him.
for fucking years.
Well, at least people come and clean my house, though. My God.
Hoarder's always something that you have to throw. Like you said, a beautiful vase. Are there hoarders that hoard beautiful vases? Like they just
Sure.
they have a
question.
bunch of nice shit.
Where
with
it's
their
real
hoarders?
shit.
Yes, season 4, season 3, we went pretty extreme. It got really nasty. Season 4, you're going to see a lot of really interesting collections that
So
are
what do you
very
go?
valuable.
You go over to somebody's house and they got like the precious moment shit all over the place.
Yeah, my least favorite thing you see like statues or Christmas. That one lady had 40,000 cookie
And they have like
cutters.
the Christmas room in their house.
Cookie cutters.
Yeah, but go back to that very valuable. So why is that a problem if their shit is worth a lot of money?
It's not about the money. It's the fact that they've let their life go. They've lost friendships. They've lost families. They've lost jobs. That's the problem.
The house is not functional as
Because
a house
I
anymore.
have new shoe boxes
All over the
everywhere,
place?
and then I have to I just gave some away. I had to find give away stuff.
Yeah,
and
but are you taking
get
are you
jackets.
taking a dump on top of those shoes?
Holy shit!
I hope so.
Wait a minute though. That's what I'm saying. Because I'm only familiar with because you watch it or whatever. But
Yeah.
it has to be something else. It can't just be you collect a bunch of shit.
Exactly, and that's a great point. There's a reason they do it. There's a trigger. Something bad, something tragic's happened in their life.
Yeah.
And to answer your question, this is how I deal with it. I walk in there and I'm like, come on, lady, I got to shovel up all this poop. It's like, this is getting ridiculous, but I have to remember something really bad happened in her life to make her choose to do that. No one wakes up and says, hey, I'm going to be a hoarder. I'm going to kill 200 cats in my house.
You usually see they're surrounded by enabling people, too, that you're even more angry with.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen people where it's like, why doesn't this person take control and try to get this person to stop?
Usually, by calling us, honestly, is the way they've done it. It's pretty hard, man.
Pulling this off on you.
I mean, a hoarder, man, they are like amazing at denial. I mean, they're like that's the professional deniers. And so, I mean, you literally, it takes professionals, both therapists and organizers, to come in there and get through the wall.
You'll see them start crying about they haven't seen their family in years, their children don't come over. And they'll say things like, my family's the most important thing in my life, yet they won't throw away something from 10 years ago that's a piece of crap because it's important to them. But then their family is the most important thing, but they're leaving.
Can we acknowledge that?
That's the mental illness part.
I asked him something, and he said, he goes, but did you take a shit on top of it? Like,
yeah.
I didn't realize you had just said it. Just registered.
Yeah.
Like, that's a hoarder.
There's a
so
hoarder.
People now we know what hoarder is. It's just like it's a lot of shit that you acquire, but you do other strange things with it.
Something else has happened. There's something else going on.
It just ain't collecting shit.
It's not just collecting. Yeah.
What was the number one hoarder for you since the show started airing?
Excuse me. I hate to even bring it up, but Hannah was pretty extreme.
But we did
the chicken lady. Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah, we did
the
Hannah
thing.
extreme.
God,
she punched me in the face.
Her.
She punched you in the face.
She was really aggressive.
You started getting nasty with
she
her.
Had 200 chickens in her. Oh, I got really. Yeah, I will. I'm different. I don't hold.
I know.
Kid gloves. I go right at them. I mean, I treat it this way. If I'm gonna help you, I'm gonna treat you like my family. And in my family, if we love you, we're going to make fun of you and we're going to get in your face. And that's what I do with hoarders.
I've watched the show like it's a sporting event because sometimes you've gotten on the people and I'm like, finally! I'm yelling at the TV going, yes, yell at this idiot.
Because that dumb psychologist ain't going to do it.
Well, I do it with
stupid
respect.
Kid gloves.
They have laws
I
and
like
morals
sometimes
they
when
have to
you're going,
I don't.
well, you don't want them? Great, fine, then don't.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you walk out of the place and
I
it's
have
like,
no
good.
problem walking out.
Who contacts you? Who?
Usually it's family members. It's rarely the actual hoarder. It's usually
so if we're seeing on TV, it's safe to assume that they signed the contract to go clean my house. So you've had a lot of reluctant, like, okay, all
sure,
right.
Yeah, a lot of times, and we'll even turn people down in our I do this full time privately as well. So for every one you see on TV, I'm doing 10 more at home.
Oh, so you're like
so
a
people
life
hire
coach.
your company,
okay.
like family members.
I'm like the worst life coach. I'm there to push you past this brick wall that you've got. I'm not going to be the guy that hugs you and gets you, 6 years away, keeps you clean. I'm the one that keeps your kids in the house and keeps you from losing your house from the bank the next day.
Have you ever had a situation where you go, fuck them, this episode's canceled, we're not even dealing with this fucking
That's
douche.
not my, I would love to,
It's
but
not
it's
his
not
call.
my
It's call. It's not his
paid
call
to be
every
there.
time.
Okay, you're not the boss of the show?
No, I mean, sometimes you get in there and
He's the cleanup guy.
I'm the trash man.
So the
I'm
producers
lowest
have
guy
never
on the
had
totem
somebody
pole.
that they said, this is just let them live in there.
His company's Clutter Cleaner, by the way. We haven't mentioned it yet.
Let them
Clutter
live.
Cleaner on
Let
Twitter.
them live in Turkey shit. Let's get out of here.
Who cares?
Well,
have you gotten, because I always wonder when they're giving that rah-rah speech, the shrinks and stuff, to the cleanup crew. Now, make sure Margaret is allowed to look at everything before you take it out. Yeah. It looks like the crew's standing there, and sometimes they put their head down. And are they laughing? Are they looking like, oh, Christ, this nut?
We do use the guys from When Hair Got Junk, and they're actually trained fairly well. They know what they're doing. They've been in more hoarding houses than, other than me, they're the only ones that know, how to really clean a good house. They know how it mentally goes. We set it up, strategically, there's a way to do this. So you'll see me pick a room on purpose that's really easy. And so I get them warmed up, and then I'll find pictures, or, we bring them things that keep them happy. And then we just punch them in the stomach and say, okay,
start throwing shit
here's
away.
your dead husband stuff. It's time. Let's talk about this. We got to get rid of it.
So once you start cleaning, do you at least go, oh, wow, but this might be valuable, or you just shovel
Oh, no,
junk
we
in
go
a
through everything
bag.
because pictures are very valuable for family, especially if you've had a deceased family member. There's always a lot of jewelry. We find money all the time. I found
you put a little down in your back
That's what
pocket?
if it's clean, we sell it for them and give them the money. Most of these people are in really
Nah,
bad
fuck
place.
that, man. I mean,
Right.
Well, one lady couldn't.
Shit, this $100 bill is under fucking buffalo piss.
You
wasn't gonna spend it.
Money spends, man. If there's money, we'll bring it to him. We found a Michael Jackson original Thriller album, and it was so far at the bottom of a pile that it was in perfect condition.
Oh wow, it was like
It was
completely
so
mummified,
compressed, it was safe.
flat.
That still ain't worth nothing for another few years. Or whatever.
Man, it's $1,200.
$1,200
for Thriller?
For the original, yeah.
Wow.
$1,200. That's
What's
a
the
lot
most
of money,
valuable
dude.
thing
That's
you
still
ever
a lot of
found?
money to me. We found $40,000 in U.S. savings bonds, and the lady thought they were expired. And we were like, they're matured. There's an extreme difference.
Wow.
Tell her they're expired.
Hand her $40,000.
What's wrong with you?
Oh, I'd have left with them.
Yeah, I would.
I've made more than $40,000 off that story than actually taking the money.
There you go.
We know that these people are down and out. They're good people somewhere. My job is to find out that goodness.
So her hoarding, though, if she wasn't a hoarder, she would have never waited. So the fact that actually was a bank, it did mature.
It held
her
them to
disgusting
maturity.
habit was putting it in the bank. Actually,
I'll go with you a little bit on that. There is good in everything bad. You just got to dig deep enough to find that good. And
what was your saddest moment where you almost it got to you with like shit? I feel bad, or you feel sympathetic to the level of like you had to maybe almost cried, or maybe,
yeah, I mean, it takes a lot to make me cry nowadays. I mean, I found some real sad child pornography, like Polaroids, like the dude had taken them.
Oh shit!
And I just had a
Jesus,
and you pocketed those.
Patrice.
Yeah, of course I took those.
Well, that's
Way to go.
That's more of an angry story. Like you
trying to keep it funny
kitty
here.
fucker. But I'm
You just
talking
made it
about
really hot.
I mean, we were still very broke at the time. I mean, I didn't start this job because I thought it'd be really cool. I was down and out, man. I was the only job. Cleaning up shit was the only thing I could do.
Yeah.
You know? And so I needed the money. I needed to finish the job. I needed to pay rent.
You were hoarding bills.
And the problem was we found these Polaroids of some seriously nasty porn, and we were like, man, we got to call the cops.
Got to call the cops.
It was awful.
now,
It
you
sucked.
call the cops on?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
have
did,
to,
man.
man.
That guy's in jail, man. That guy's in jail now.
Holy
Wait, so he
shit.
was a hoarder.
I wonder if he keeps his shit in his
Child
cell.
pornography.
He's probably getting raped,
Now-
motherfucker. Throw these blankets away, you dirty bastard.
I know I
Explain
shouldn't
this
have
to
said
me.
that.
Somebody, a TV guy comes to you and says, "Can we please go through all your shit?" At what point did he sign off on that? He had to know.
Yeah, for hoarders, if I'm there, it's because they're going to lose their children, they're going to lose their spouse, or they're going to lose their home. I mean, like tomorrow.
But somewhere in the
Yeah.
back of his head, he knew he had some kitty fiddler pictures in that pile.
under cat piss and
that
cat
guy,
shit.
well, that guy was in such denial that he had lied to himself so many times.
He didn't think it was
that
there.
He didn't think it was that big a deal.
Hey, I got it.
Wow.
We got Warren Haynes in the green room, so we don't have a lot of time left with you. But rats. I was disappointed in the rat episode because it was me and Ann talked about it. It was rats from a pet store that the guy was hoarding.
It started with 2 rats, and then they just kept multiplying.
But I wasn't as impressed
The sheer
as like
number of rats was a little
creepy,
like,
amazing.
But have you ever
creepy,
seen
yeah.
like a New York City subway rat?
San Francisco rats are ridiculous. I've
Okay.
heard the New York ones are as well. I mean,
So-
they're bigger than
they're
cats.
I was excited for that
They're bigger
episode,
than
and then
cats.
when I saw they were pet rats, I was not into that episode as much.
Yeah.
But my question is, have you gone into houses where you have seen fucking rats?
Yeah, I mean, it's not the rats. An empty house with rats is fine. It's when you see like an 8-foot rat's nest that's just eating up
In the middle of
newspaper in
everything.
the middle of everything. You're like, holy crap, what's in there? It's not what you see; it's what you don't see.
Okay.
And you
Yeah.
smell it. You know the smell of rat urine. You know there's some big ass rats in there. That's scary.
When they have caged animals and they think they're taking care of them too. That's
They
the sick-
do believe
they
that they
actually think that they're loving and taking
They
care of
do.
these animals. And meanwhile, like there's a dead cat. There's a cat with like holes in it and just pussy eye cat like that you see on the late night commercials. And they're like, and when animal control comes, they're crying and saying, "Why are you doing that?" They don't understand. Like this thing, half of these things are going to have to be put to sleep.
I promise you, with all their heart, they truly believe they're
I don't
taking
care
care
about
of
That
these
is so
animals.
sick.
I don't care about their hearts. It's exhausting.
They are. I swear.
I swear it's exhausting. I don't want to have to try to convince
I
them.
yell at the TV. I honestly yell like, "Just burn the place
We
down!"
are going to laugh. Our whole crew listens to you guys. Most of our camera guys are from New York, so we listen to you guys all the time. And I'm yelling back at you guys, and y'all are saying stuff on
I
the radio.
picture hoarders.
That's
I've
hilarious.
never seen the show. I'm sorry, but
God, it's a great
It's
show.
amazing.
it's so much shit. I'm watching porn porn
stars.
Hardcore porn.
Yeah.
I'm watching black people scream at this guy who only gives them $7 for their fucking wedding ring. So it's like it's just what you watch, you know. But I picture people who hoard to be unattractive.
Wow,
the ones we show are. I would say that they're sad people. They're down. I mean, when it really sums
no gorgeous hoarder broad that
we've had a couple.
Few daughters.
Yeah.
I've seen like a few daughters where it's like, oh, that girl would be such an easy lay. Like you just got to take her to a clean room.
You come across any meth?
We find drugs and
dude.
guns.
What is it about meth people? They want to whore. They steal bicycles and take them apart.
If you see no teeth, if you see no teeth, obviously.
Yeah.
And we do deal with that a lot on the show. You get there and you're like, you're dealing with the hoarding, but then you're like, man, what about this, meth problem going on in the back room? That may have something to do with it.
That drug. That drug turns people into hoarders and horny as hell. You can't come.
We definitely have Warren Haynes, but
real quick, on the book,
yes.
The book is for everybody, not just about hoarders. It breaks it down to basically if your wife's keeping too much stuff around the house and you need some hints on how to get rid of the stuff.
Before it starts.
It's called True Stories of Tackling Extreme Clutter, The Secret Lives of Hoarders by Matt Paxton. You can stick around and listen to Warren Haynes play if you want. And we'll probably get another plug or two in for the book and the show Hoarders.
Brought you guys some Clutter Cleaner t-shirts, too.
Right, because I mean...
Oh, nice.
For your hoarder viewing party.
I wanted to ask you another thing, though. People seem to sometimes get upset when they see 1-800-JUNK. Like the second the trucks pull up, you're pretty much telling the people what you have is junk. Like, isn't it insulting? Like, I don't care. Insult the hell out of them.
At first, people did, and now they know that they're actually going to get some hand care. I mean, people actually do sort through the stuff.
Because it seems like they're coming to get my things. They look at it like it's treasure, and meanwhile, you're like, bring the junk trucks up.
What you need to worry about when the two guys in a landscaping trailer show up, and they're going to throw everything away. They're not going to look at your stuff. At least you're going to have positive care, and people are going to look for your things when we show up.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
All right.
Cool. Guys, thank you for all your support on the show, man. We love it.
I love the show. It's great.
June 20th, season 4 starts, and we did recaps of everyone that would let us come back into their house.
That's great. I love seeing where these people end up, because some of them have kind of kept
some are
things,
awesome,
and
some
others
are
just
disturbingly bad.
Fell right back into it.
This is not a before and after show. It's the reality of what happens in life.
And I hope they're all bad.
We had some good ones.
I hope they're all bad. They went right back to collecting cat shit. Fuck those people. So sick of the me's out there.
What a heart.
Done with it. You're the same way. Come on.
I know. Please.
Jimmy certainly is.
Like I said, I yell at the TV at these people. Well, gasoline, a little diesel fuel, and a match.
Yeah.
Send him to the movies. Let him come back to a smoldering house.
Matt Paxton, a pleasure.
Guys, thanks so much.
Fan of the show, which I think is really cool, of our show, and we're a fan of your show, certainly. And it's Clutter Cleaner on Twitter.
Yep.
All right, we're going to have Warren Haynes play for us next. We're pretty excited. Laszlo, big fan, right?
Big fan. Seen him like 15 times.
Cool. That means you're going to have to leave. And if you want to stick around, Matt, you're more than welcome. Oh, this is cool. Very, very busy show today. Laszlo's in doing the L.A. Noir, which comes out in a week, right?
A week from today.
Oh, yeah.
Looks great, Laszlo. Another big hit for Rockstar Games, certainly.
Yes.
I guess Matt Paxton from Hoarders had to leave, huh? I guess he's not that big of a fan of our show.
He was going to do another show. He's very busy with this book,
With his book, The Secret Lives of Hoarders by Matt Paxton.
Amazon.com.
Paxton.
Available now.
Right.
This is probably the most sober I've ever been seeing Warren play.
Really?
I have been tripping my face off at some of his shows.
Well, we got Warren Haynes in studio, which I'm a newer fan. I'm not going to lie to you. You go way back with Warren?
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know how far back you could say, but when you guys did the Phil and Friends stuff, especially with Joan Osborne, those shows, she tore the roof off. You guys together, it was like her voice and your guitar. Oh.
Yeah, we did PNC Bank.
Oh, that was a great show.
That one,
yeah.
Yeah, that was a fun band. We had a lot of great shows with that band.
Yeah, they took a really interesting twist on a lot of Dead tunes.
Really?
Yeah, it was a Warren twist. It was nice.
Because Warren's pretty much in the Dead, the Allman Brothers, Government Mule, and now just solo as well.
Yeah, this is actually my first solo record in a long time, so I'm going to be promoting it for quite a while.
It's called Man in Motion. I was reading the reviews in the paper today. 4 stars in the New York paper, brother.
Wow, damn.
4 stars for Warren's new album.
Cool.
Dude, he is an animal. You can go to a music festival, and he plays with every band.
Yeah.
He comes out with every band.
Well, you know, some of these places like Bonnaroo and stuff, you know everybody. You know, somebody says, hey, you want to play? What am I going to say? No, I don't want to play.
Just the fact, though, he's so matter-of-fact about it. It's like bands are asking you to come up and play with them.
He's the go-to guy.
Yeah. It's a small world, though, more so than people think. I think, you know, musicians get to know each other, and you do the same kind of circuit, and I'd rather play than watch. You know, it's like when you watch sports, it makes you want to play.
Right. And I just saw you at the Beacon Theater. I go every year for the Allman Brothers. God damn.
It was a good year.
Great shows.
Yeah.
Oh, he's part of. I just needed a history. I'm sorry.
He's basically the Allman Brothers at this point.
But he was part of the original Allman Brothers.
No.
I've been there 22 years.
Jesus.
Wow.
22 years.
Wow.
I know, and I'm only 24. So.
I wouldn't be surprised.
But I joined in 1989.
Wow.
The band was broken up from 81 until 89. Then we did a reunion tour in 89, and we all thought it was just for a year, just to see what happens. You know, wow, that went good. Let's do it again, and it just kept going.
Mm-hmm. And were you there when what's his name left? Why can I remember?
Dickie Betts.
Dickie Betts. I went. I saw him play at a bar on Long Island and nearly got my fucking face kicked in.
Well, we might have a Dickie Betts story too.
What happened?
I walked in and I was
were
really
you Dickie's wife?
Dude, I've never seen so many Harleys outside. A lot of fucking Harleys outside. And I go in and I'm standing there and all of a sudden a beer bottle smashes on the back of my elbow. I turn around, this huge biker goes, "You stand into my old lady's way. She can't see." I was like, "Sorry, sir."
You didn't turn around and go, "Hey, fucko."
No. You know who I am.
I was like, "Sorry, sir. I'll go to the back."
I didn't know you were in the Allman Brothers for 22 years.
That'd be fun to see Laszlo get beat up like a friggin' Grand Theft Auto character.
That wasn't Mike McDonald, was it? No.
You know nothing about
Doobie Brothers.
That's the Doobie.
Sorry. I'm just asking. I'm trying to learn, motherfucker.
You know a lot about white history. I'll give you that.
But Jesus Christ, I'm trying to learn.
He walked in, you thought it was Meatloaf.
No, I didn't. You
that was a
asshole.
No, you got Greg Allman. Dwayne Allman died in a motorcycle accident in the 70s, early 70s.
I know the Allman Brothers.
And then you had Dickie Betts.
It gets confusing.
Then you got Trucks. And that's about where
So
I
in
fade
Allman
out.
Brothers in rap world,
as far as
they're Jay-Z or they're little, what are they?
What would the Allman Brothers be in the rap world?
Oh, my God.
What's the level?
Public Enemy?
You have to go with a classic.
Yeah.
And
respected.
And
Sugar
very
Hill Gang.
respected.
Okay. Respected Sugar Hill Gang. He answered you. Respected.
I think PE that's
Public Enemy.
Yes,
Old
respected.
school,
Okay,
classic,
fair enough.
But Patrice, you know a little bit about white boy music.
Yes,
you
I do.
You don't know the Allman Brothers?
When I get introduced weird. When I first got introduced to a lot of white music was wrestling. When they used to allow you to have regular songs as your intro music. So I was like, oh shit, that's nice. And I got into it a little bit. But I know if I hear some famous Allman Brothers,
a famous riff, Allman Brothers riff that he would absolutely know.
Well, let's see. There's. That's One Way Out.
Yeah.
Moon Patrol.
Jessica. That's
I heard that one.
Grammy Award.
Now these are ones that
I heard that one.
I just got a
one
boner.
that you go a black person would and should know this.
Well, yeah, I don't know about should, but
you would go, okay, I'll put this one.
I think most black people would like the Allman Brothers because the music was born out of soul music and jazz and blues.
No,
and,
I mean, but a hit though, so I can go, okay.
The biggest hit was Ramblin' Man, but there's songs like Whippin' Post, which was a
What
big
Lord,
hit.
I was born a rambling man. I know that, but I never took the time to go, oh, that's the Allman Brothers. That's just like,
well, that's not nice.
That's like that song. Rock and roll. You go, I know that, but you go, I'm not gonna go fucking learn that.
Compare the Allman
No,
Brothers
I
to Gary
fucking
Glitter?
didn't. Don't put me in. Don't try to be Fox Newsy on me. I'm saying,
Fox Newsy.
I got scared. Don't try to play me like I'm trying to learn right now, and I'm gonna have to go and get up. I didn't because I thought Allman Brothers was more bluesy or whatever than Ramblin' Man, but I didn't think that was
that's like a hit.
Ramblin' Man was that's the most country that the Allman Brothers ever got, but it was also a big hit.
Yeah,
and you're right, most of the stuff is more bluesy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to learn. I'm a fan of Blue Sky.
Yeah.
Yep.
Blue Sky is a beautiful song.
I love Blue Sky.
Yeah.
Love the guitar work on that. That was a Dickie
well,
Betts
why don't we hear
All right.
yeah, Dickie Betts song.
Warren Haynes, his new album's called Man in Motion. He's got his guitar. Let's get something out of him today.
Yeah.
What do you want
right.
to play, Warren?
I think I'll play River's Gonna Rise.
Right on.
Darkness has the phases. We hold the power. We don't need to be rich. We only need to be free. Chains of oppression, never gonna break. But a day will come when we hold the key. Time will remind us the people still have a voice, and we don't want violence until there's no other choice. But the river's gonna rise. Watch our struggles away. Oh, the sun is gonna shine down on a brand new day. Bells will be ringing, flames reaching to the sky, higher and higher, fueled by the winds of change. Sweet taste of freedom, fresh on the tips of our tongues, and the dust of the past is all that shall remain. Echoes of our voices ringing all through the town. We drown out the memories of the days we were bound. The river's gonna rise. Wash our struggles away. Oh, the sun is gonna shine down on a brand new day. I said the sun is gonna shine down on a brand new day.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Warren Haynes off his new album, Man in Motion. That's River's Gonna Rise. Damn.
Everybody's saying like how great his voice is.
Yeah.
It's like,
Warren's
holy
got the great
shit.
voice.
Sounds amazing.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
We got Brian from Tennessee. He's been waiting online for a while. He wants to talk about the new album. Brian, what's going on?
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Warren. Big fan. Congrats on the new album. Hey,
Thank
I got
you.
a guitar question for you.
Uh-huh.
Looks like you went with ESs instead of Les Pauls in the new album tour. Is that based on the sound you wanted for the soul stuff, or is it more an aesthetic visual decision to distance yourself between the new stuff and Mule?
It was to get a different sound for the music, which I think that kind of fits this music better than the Les Paul does. But it looks cool too. But
Yeah. Sounds great either way. I was just hoping the Les Pauls weren't shelved forever.
No, Les Paul is still my main guitar. But for this record, I went for a cleaner sound, more reminiscent of like B.B. King and Freddie King, and a little more old school.
Yeah, it sounds great. Thanks for booking the show in Knoxville.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it.
All right. You guys have a good day. Thanks.
All right.
Thank you.
How many days a year are you guys on the road? You personally?
You know, I don't really keep track. I know in 2004 I did 180 shows, Jesus. And that's not counting days off, travel days, recording, rehearsal. You know,
so you're never home.
Not much.
Yeah, I remember that from the last time you came in. What do you do when you're not playing the guitar?
You know, music takes up a lot of my time. You know, if I have time off, I'm usually just kind of catching up on personal time. But it's a good job when you do something you love. You guys know where I'm coming from with that.
Musicians are weird guys, man, because I know, like my brother, he's constantly just noodling around on the guitar.
Right.
Like, you can't even talk to him when he's just sitting around because he's just
trying to figure some shit out.
Just fucking around. Like,
right. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's all they do.
That's annoying.
Yeah, it is. It's all.
We got a lot of people checking in. Let's say hi to Michael in North Carolina. Asheville, which is Warren's hometown, right?
Asheville.
Yeah, big fanboy from Asheville. We love you, Warren.
Thank you.
Down here at Beer City, USA again for the third year straight now.
Awesome.
But I just wanted to call in. Big fan. Wanted to say hey.
Well, thank you very much.
You don't have a question about his new album, anything?
No.
Yeah, because he thought
you just want to say
he
hi.
thought he'd be more responsive to "I'm from where you from."
Yeah.
He's like, "Good. That's why I left, asshole. Drink your beer."
I got the hell out of there. It's not as glamorous as you think it is.
I played my way out that pub
years ago.
The one you're sitting in right now.
God, Michael, nothing.
And he had that was what he had.
That's it.
You got something.
Oh, wait, you got something.
The Christmas Jam, December.
I'll be there too.
Yeah. All right, Michael.
I used to hang on Cricket Street. How about you?
Yeah. Someone's reminding me you might know Midnight Rider as well.
Midnight Rider?
Midnight Rider.
I bet you I know a lot of songs. You have to go, oh, that's the Allman Brothers, and then I didn't know.
Give him a little taste of that.
Fucking
Let's see.
Electric Light Orchestra. Now I know about 5 of their songs now.
That's Midnight
Rider.
Yeah, that's the basis of Midnight Rider.
Yeah,
that was a big hit.
I'm an Allman Brother.
Damn big hit.
I'm gonna do the Allman Brother thing.
It's definitely a big hit.
But I'm gonna do Warren thing too, because that song you played.
Yeah.
You liked it?
Yeah. It was saying something.
That was good. Yeah.
Little freedom. He said more. He said freedom's better than money. You didn't hear that? You caught that? You kind of said that, right?
I kind of did, yeah.
You kind of said that.
That's right. Freedom better than money, man. It's so fucking beautiful.
Let's say hi to John in Florida. Warren Haynes in the studio. John.
Hey, guys. Hey there, Patrice.
Hello, sir.
Hey, Warren, have you ever been handed a song that you turned down because you just didn't feel it?
Handed, you mean like from a stranger or?
No, maybe from one of your friends or something like that, and they wanted you to sing a song, and you said, I just don't feel it, I can't sing it.
Yeah, I mean, you got to kind of believe what you're singing, you know. A lot of times, even if a song's really good, it doesn't mean that I'll be able to feel it or do it justice. Yeah, so that definitely happens.
Yeah, he's gone. That was it for him. Al, what's going on, brother? Al.
Yeah.
Ask Warren about David Allan Coe. Any good stories? Exactly. Okay.
Somebody from Asheville.
Exactly.
Was it a little bit daunting to play with Phil Lesh, going out and playing some of those Dead tunes? Because that crowd, it's like a bunch of comic book nerds, sort of the Dead crowd. It's like being the main band at Comic-Con or something, except they're all on shrooms.
I thought they treated me great. You know, I'm sure there are some fans that are so hardcore that that they don't want to see anybody else playing that music, and that's cool. If that's the way you feel, I think 90% of them enjoyed it.
Oh, definitely.
I know I enjoyed it. That was the main thing.
Well,
and
that was a nice thing. It was a different twist on those songs, you know.
That's what the guys want, you know. And I've said this many times, and it started when I joined the Allman Brothers, because coming into the Duane Allman role in the Allman Brothers, that's a daunting task if you choose to look at it that way. But from the beginning, the guys didn't want me to copy Duane Allman. They wanted me to be myself. And the same with the Dead. When I joined the Dead, nobody expects you to play or sing like Jerry Garcia. It's like when you lose a band member, especially one that important, the most you can hope for is to kind of stumble upon some chemistry that hopefully rivals the chemistry that you lost. But you're not going to get that same chemistry back ever.
It was to watch the crowd, because there were songs the Dead stopped playing a long time ago, and when you guys like fired into St. Stephen, people went bananas.
Yeah, there were a bunch of songs that we brought out that had not been played in a long time, and some of the Jerry songs and some of the Pigpen songs that I was singing that, the band probably hadn't done in 30 years.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Is that happening this summer?
Nothing as of now.
Yeah, okay.
Who's your mentor or somebody you might have had a dude crush where you go, man, I love this guy's guitar work, and you go, damn.
Well, the first 3 guitar heroes for me were Eric Clapton, Jimi Hendrix, and Johnny Winter.
Jesus.
But I'm a huge B.B. King fan, and I've met B.B. a long time ago, and we've hung out before. But,
this is his guitar, right? Or this is the kind he plays, right?
Yeah, the kind he plays.
Okay.
But I finally got to play with him last year for the first time, and that was just like a huge thing for me.
Now, would you be like intimidated, or you're like it's excited because it's excitement, or is it like I don't want to f up, or you've been doing it so long, you're not gonna mess up, but you just go. Well, do you relish it? You enjoy it?
Absolutely,
something like that.
Absolutely, relish it and enjoy it. And there's some intimidation there, when you're meeting one of your heroes. There's definitely some intimidation, but. Usually, especially with somebody like him, he's so gracious that he just makes everybody feel
comfortable. It seems like
comfortable.
music people, that could be horseshit, but I probably in the pop world is different, but it seems like in the artist world, it's a lot more ingratiating and a lot more love between people who, it's more respect and love. Like comedians, we hate each other, we play it off, but we don't support each other. But it seems like guitarists and everybody, it's love. It's not
like
as
a
more
fraternity?
competition until it gets to be pop fame type of thing. But it just loving it seems like if people who love it love each other. You know what I mean?
I think real musicians gravitate toward each other. If you hear somebody that you think can really play or really sing, then there's some sort of appeal there. You think, well, I'd like to play with this person because there's a improvisational language thing that happens.
You seem too nice to ask this question. I'm asking.
Okay.
Who's a hack? Because look, I had again, White World. I looked on a drummer's list, and this dude from Rush, the drummer from Rush,
Neil Peart,
is number 1 on everybody's list now in White World.
Right.
So I'm talking to my buddy who knows guitar, knows drums a little bit. I go, how the fuck can you go, and this guy's 1 on everybody's list.
Well,
so I'm saying, like, he thought Bonham, but Bonham was 5 on, no higher than 5 on everybody's list. So, okay, good. But he's like Neil Peart's. So, like, who gets the accolades? I'm just throwing, like, say, on a lot of lists, it's like Jimi Hendrix is the guy. So, who's a guy that's on a lot of lists that you might go, you don't have to answer, but you might go,
He's not going to answer that.
I think somebody else should answer that.
Yeah,
right. That's what I'm saying. That's why I figured it's too fraternity like. But it's like, who's the guy? Because you hear Clapton, Patrice. Hear what's the other guy of Steve Ray Vaughan of guitar. But and you just
let me ask this: you do have a name in your head, though, right? You don't have to say.
I probably have a bunch of names.
Okay.
He'd also like to keep working.
Yeah, I know.
No, that's what I'm saying. I knew.
It's a good question.
It seems like he ain't fucking. But I was just curious to know if somebody's actually goes Jimi Hendrix.
Listen, we're getting basic questions. Government Mule, when are they coming back? When are you guys coming back?
We're actually going to do Mountain Jam, which is this festival that I co-promote in upstate New York, which is the beginning of June. My new band, the Warren Haynes Band, is going to play Friday night, and Government Mule is going to play Saturday night, and that's the only time this year that's going to happen.
Right.
Government Mule's taken a well-deserved break. We've been on the road since 1994.
Jesus.
And so we've been talking about taking a break for several years, so we finally decided to do it, which gave me the opportunity to put out this solo record. So I'm going to be promoting it most of the year, and then when that runs its course, Government Mule is going to start working on new material, and excited about it.
How do you pay your bills? He's never home, man. Who gets your mail?
Well, you got your wife. How long you been married?
I've been married 14 years coming up, and my wife does a
She's
lot.
a trooper.
Does she hit the road with you a little bit?
She comes a few places
Here
if
and
it's
there?
somewhere she wants to come.
Right. And not the shitholes?
No.
But you don't play as many shitholes anymore.
Mm-hmm. But she chooses places she would like to come.
She picks it,
which is great. That's what I would do if I were her, too.
Right. Can we get another song out of you?
Sure. Okay. What's it going to be?
It's up to you. Whatever you want to play.
All right.
Last time you were here, you played Soulshine, which was amazing.
So I didn't want to do that again.
And you played Old Friend, which was amazing. You turned me on to a new song there, my friend.
I remember that, yeah.
It was really good.
All right, let's see.
Whatever you want to do.
I shall. I want to go for a long walk. I might need some company. Someone I can relate to. Someone other than me. So I'm tired of these conversations. I keep on having in my head. Well, it's a long way home. Once you made your bed, I'm sick of my shadow when I shed my skin. I'm sick of my shadow when I shed my man. I'm sick of myself and everything I do. Sick of my shadow since I lost to you. Oh, yes, I've got some problems. But tell me, what else is new? I spend too much time in this black and white world. I'm trying to paint it blue. But we can't all be like you, dear. With your $1 million smile. Some of us don't bounce back. We stay down for a while. I'm sick of my shadow when I shed my skin. Sick of my shadow when I shed my man. Sick of myself and everything I do. Sick of my shadow since I lost you. Just let me roll them hot tonight, Jesus. I swear I'll walk away. Lose this chip on my shoulder, keeping my demons at bay. I'm sick of my shadow when I shed my skin. Sick of my shadow when I shed my man. Sick of myself and everything I do. Sick of my shadow since I lost you.
Damn. That's off the new album, man. That's unbelievable. Yeah, Sick of My Shadow, of course, off Man in Motion, Warren Haynes' new CD.
Is that how it ends on the album?
No.
On the CD?
No, on the CD, the guitar and the saxophone trade off and get bigger and bigger and bigger and crazy, and it kind of fades out.
One of them pandemonium.
And I never could figure out how to end it when I'm playing it by myself.
I was saying, dude,
Yeah. Somebody pull my cord out.
I was in mid-head bob.
I know, that's great. You do just get mesmerized, you know? You just kind of, yeah, and then it stops. You're like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah, it's like somebody yanked the cord out.
Yeah.
Hey, Warren, I got a question for you. Not to call out Anthony, but he's not a big fan of the blues. What is it about the blues that you like?
It makes you feel better. You know, I mean, the people say, "Oh, blues is depressing." No, blues is what takes you out of your depression. You know what I mean? It's
feel good.
I'm not even making an excuse.
I didn't know you didn't like blues.
No, I don't. But I'm not making, and I'm not covering anything up. That to me is great because the singing's great. It's like It's got a great
Can
melody
you be
to
honest?
it and stuff.
No, he's being honest.
Because he's
got
a
melody
white
to
guy
it.
playing. Just say you don't like because it's usually old black guys.
No.
Zabba, zabba,
Hold on.
zabba.
I should explain. He doesn't like real old school blues. I think he likes blues influences as music
Yes,
progresses.
exactly.
But like he never got into Muddy Waters or any of those
I
guys.
just don't like when every song ends like.
Listen to the shit. Yeah, that's the one he just played.
Yeah, it's like,
a lot different.
What if he said, I used to be an air conditioning repairman?
Yeah, see
I
that?
used to have a long mullet.
That
would
to
you
me
would you
gets-
relate to him then?
That to me gets monotonous. But that I
But
like
that's not
is
all of the
melodic.
fucking shit,
It's got,
though.
it's
No, that's
got the
different,
verse, the
Patrice.
chorus.
I
It's like
know.
it's nice. It's fucking melodic and sounded great.
Could
I
you
love
just
that.
say you're racist? Why
Yeah,
are
well,
we doing
no, I
this?
don't have to say that anymore. It's like the sky's blue.
Yeah, but what, right. you enjoy it, so thank you. And then hopefully this will open you up to go, wait a minute. There's some songs that sound like the songs, Warren did.
He likes songs
You
that
like Led Zeppelin?
he likes songs that are influenced by the blues, but he doesn't like the real old school down and dirty blues.
Because why?
I eat Jif
I don't
peanut
know.
butter, but I'm sure it tastes better than that George Washington Carver crap. I like after it's been whiteified.
Patrice, I don't think it's. I don't think it's as simple.
Like that nigga peanut butter?
No.
You just,
I don't think it's as simple as that.
So you don't
you
keep,
what?
I don't think it's a black thing as far as the blues go. I really don't. I really don't.
No, it's not. It's because I don't like a lot of white artists that play that type of blues.
Like who?
Just-
Eric Clapton?
You know what? I like Eric Clapton's hits, but sometimes it could get monotonous to me.
Fair enough.
I don't know. There's
You don't like that old school
George
black
Washington
peanut
Carver
butter?
peanut butter. You know how awful George Washington Carver's peanut butter must have been? He just ground up peanuts. It's like, no,
Peanuts and oil.
no
It's
good
the
white,
same
no good
recipe
white
now.
man preservatives in there. And
It's the same shit you get at Whole Foods. What are you talking about?
no,
yeah, but see, that you just brought up a good
high
point.
fructose white man syrup.
You brought up a good point, though. Without Muddy Waters, there would be no Led Zeppelin. Without George Washington Carver, there would be no Jif.
Exactly.
So he
just gotta
he
get, you know,
throws away.
without the
he
cotton
tells
gin.
Big Mama Thornton, "Go die, fat nigga," and then I'm gonna enjoy Elvis. It's very simple. It's a very simple
It's
equation.
very simple. I'm not a complicated man.
Warren, who's your old school blues guys? You mentioned B.B. King, who goes pretty far
Well,
back.
I'm a big fan. I mean, you know, B.B. King, Freddie King, Albert King, Muddy Waters, Howlin' Wolf, Elmore James, Son
Howlin'
House.
Wolf.
You know,
I love Albert
Did you like
King.
Gary Moore? Speaking of a white blues guy,
he was a great guitar
We
player.
lost him
I never
recently.
met him, but he was a great guitar
Still
player.
Got the Blues was a pretty damn good album.
Yeah,
that they put
Gary
out.
was quite a great player. Someone that I'm surprised we never met because
Yeah, no kidding.
Most people in that world I've crossed paths with at
Right.
some point.
Yeah.
But I love the old stuff. But when I was a kid, I didn't get Muddy and Wolf and Robert Johnson and stuff like that. It took me a while. But then at some point, if you listen to it enough, it starts penetrating.
Are you a lot of guys in the business favorite guy? Like, are you a guitar player's guitar player?
How do I answer that?
Yeah.
Warren is.
I mean, I don't. I
Warren
know
is
you're not
loved.
being.
He's
I
loved.
want you to answer that. I mean, please.
In the way that I've gotten a lot of accolades as a guitar player more so than as a mainstream pop star.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. So you're the people who know guitar and the people who play.
Oh, fuck
you're
yeah.
you're in there. You are in the mix.
Thankfully.
I'll answer. He's
Okay.
been loved,
so.
man.
Fair enough. Okay.
Everybody wants to work with Warren. He's been. You've done work with Dave Matthews too, right?
Dave Matthews, I go way back with those guys.
How many bands have you been in?
I've never
we know
actually.
of?
I'm not a. I've never really been in that band. I just
you know what I mean.
Friends.
But work with, I guess.
Oh, I mean, I've
At that level.
tons.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I've been really fortunate to have worked with almost everyone who's still alive that would be on my list of people I'd like to work
When
with.
someone's sick, they call Warren. Hey, Warren, can you get to New York? We need you.
You got to be sick to call me.
Well, what else do we? I mean, we would love another song, but we don't want to push our luck with you because you've been gracious enough to play a couple.
I'll do for
Anthony.
Just
say the racist.
Not a whole song.
Just a little bit.
Oh, nice black one. I hope.
Oh, see? Yeah. I like
That's Howlin' Wolf.
Yeah.
Oh.
I like this. Yeah.
Shut up. I'm tired of you.
I'm ready.
Shut up! I'm tired of you.
Tired of you covering up your racism. Oh, I like this one. Warren's fingers play it just a little bit.
I have to cover up my racism to a white guy.
Going down slow, baby.
Yeah, why don't you have Patrice sing?
Man, if I can remember going down slow, if I can't remember.
I have had my fun.
Oh shit, my brain. I have had my fun. If I never get well no more. My favorite part is, please write my mama. Tell her the shape I'm in. Tell her please pray for me. Forgive me for my sin. Something that kings and queens will never. Now I'm on the spot. That making me nervous. Fuck me.
You got the voice though, Patrice.
Damn, please write my mom.
Of course he does.
You pulled that right up too, man.
Oh, please.
Going down slow. He's a Howlin' Wolf fan because he just pulled that.
Absolutely.
Oh man. Damn. I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be singing it in my car. I had the fucking opportunity
to do it with Warren Haynes, and you fucked it up.
Damn.
You should get the lyrics up real fast. You can play us out.
Oh shit.
What is the lyrics? Give me the lyrics, somebody.
Oh, yeah.
I'll do it.
I'm up on the teleprompter.
He's too busy upset that somebody's cutting into it. I can't believe in L.A. people turn on their radios in prime time and it's him.
Sam does his little show. He does a show now.
Turn it into his show. It's supposed to be kind of our show.
We lost a moment.
Listen, as we try to find that, find that for Patrice real fast. The new album is called, the new CD, whatever, is Man in Motion. Getting great reviews, the Warren Haynes disc there. And anything else we're promoting? Any gigs? Any...
Beacon Theater Thursday.
Damn. Hey, can we go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit up Steve Leeds for some tickets. Is he out there?
He's right out there. I saw him.
And that's a sellout like already, right?
Oh,
I'm sure, right?
It's not
already.
That is such a great venue because they don't shake you down. You can mule stuff in.
That's because they have black plays there, and they just don't even deal with it no more. Please don't hit me in the face,
You
Mom.
don't get hit with a flashlight for smoking a joint. There's so many venues in this city that are just a bummer to go to.
And this is joint music or whatever. This is weed
Right.
music, and you just chill out and.
Absolutely.
Did you have your day, sir, in that world? Because you look
Pretty
completely sober. Yeah.
I am completely sober.
He looks like he's repressing some. There's an evil button somewhere, but he is not dealing with that no more.
He has to be sober with all the dates he's doing. You
I
can't
don't
keep
tell
up that
all I know.
schedule. How long has it been?
Alcohol-wise, 28 years,
Damn.
but it was never because I had a drinking problem. I just kind of gave it up because I didn't really enjoy it.
Wow. And pot last week?
Last week, let's see.
It wasn't heroin because his hands look good. He don't have no puffed up heroin hand.
I'm glad I'm
He's right there, Patrice.
I'm looking. I'm just.
We can do this break after he leaves. He's right there.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm getting a good report. Not that my mom listens to this show or anything, but she might.
Hey, we got the lyrics. Maybe these two.
What's the name of the song?
Going down slow.
Going down slow. Maybe you guys could just play us out. That'd be kind of cool. Because I didn't realize Patrice had a voice. And Patrice, Big Mama Prods, and he's
And I'm
doing
at Marco Island this weekend.
Okay, very cool.
Captain Brian.
Do you mind playing us out with that, Warren?
Sure.
If we got the
if
lyrics?
I'm reading, I think I definitely.
All right, this is a little weird. It's going to be Patrice O'Neal and Warren Haynes.
Man, this is all spoken. Man, you know I've been enjoying things that kings and queens will never have. In fact, kings and queens can never get. And they don't even know about it. And good times.
Great googly moogly.
Great googly moogly. I have had my fun. If I never get well no more, my fun. If I never get well no more, oh, my health is fading on me. Oh, yeah, I'm going down slow. Now, look at here. I did not say I was a millionaire, but I said I've had spent more money than a millionaire. Because if I had kept all my money that I already spent, I would have been a millionaire a long time ago. And women, ooh, women, great googly moogly. Please write my mama. Tell her the shape I'm in. Please write my mama. Tell her the shape I'm in. Tell her to pray for me. Forgive me for my sin.
Hey, man, that's all right, man. Patrice, that's all right.
Yeah. That's Harlem Wolf. You gotta listen to Harlem Wolf though, man.
That's all right,
I love the
though.
song.
You got a voice on
I'm
you,
going
Patrice.
down slow. He just said,
Right
tell my
the
mama I
fuck
love him. I'm out of here.
All right, listen,
Damn.
we're going to wrap up. Warren,
Great
thank you
googly
so
moogly.
much, man.
My
We really
pleasure.
appreciate you coming by. The new CD,
Absolutely.
once again, Man in Motion, doing great. People are going to love that. And I'll be at the Beacon Theater Thursday. Fuck that.
Cool.
All right. And Laszlo, the game, once again,
L.A.
Yes.
Noir.
comes out. Yeah, you're on.
L.A. Noir comes out a week from today, next Tuesday. Pre-order now to
that
avoid
up.
disappointment. Walmart.com, Amazon.
And that's it for us today, I guess.
Yes, it is.
Once again, Warren Haynes, everyone.
Yeah, thank you.
See you
man.
tomorrow.
Great.